No, fuck it. I wish I would. I wish I would have not given you the heads up because that was a great conversation. Hi everyone, welcome to Pathfinder, a second edition show, Court of Corvids. Oh my god, I'm a huge failure. We have a new logo, and I didn't even set it up. Oh, I'm a horrible person.
Stream started over.
You guys want to see it's on my phone? Look.
Yeah. I feel.
Oh yeah, that you sent all the things up.
Yeah. So
now they know what time it is.
we have a new logo. I will make sure that it goes up on social media so you all can see it. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm super, super happy with it.
It is really pretty.
Yeah.
And it's kind of terrifying.
Yes. A friend of mine actually made them. Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you hand me those pieces of paper? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the person that did our new logo, which you can't see, also made these really cool stickers, and I love them. Especially this one because it's two beholders.
Closer to the camera.
Enhance.
No.
It's super in focus. I love it.
This one.
Oh, got it!
Do the YouTuber thing. Do put your hand behind it.
All of us have to turn our faces away from camera.
There you go.
YouTuber thing.
We're high tech here.
The cameras are
QueueTimes.
face tracking, so we can look away.
Yeah, and she's currently in chat right now, and she's blushing. So,
That was the goal.
Yeah, you'll see on social media. I'll post the logo, and then I'll post a link to her Patreon, and she does a whole bunch of. She has her commissions are open, stuff like that. So check her out. She's fucking awesome. What?
Can't curse.
Yeah, you cursed in the first 5 minutes.
What are you doing?
Jake,
Hold on,
Jake,
5.5.
Jake opened the stream by saying,
That's true.
Fuck it.
That's true. That's true. It's already over.
What was the first
Demonetized.
word of the stream?
I don't know. Anyways,
This
so
channel's not for kids. We're fine.
that being said, so we have a new logo that's coming out. Does anyone have any projects? Again, looking over at this side of the table.
Yes, William and I. Hi, I'm Jonas. William and I are in a band called Glass Beach, and we're going to be going on tour starting tomorrow. Actually, West Coast tour. We're touring with a band called Dogleg, who's also very, very cool. We're going to be hitting Orange County, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Reno, and Sacramento. So if you're in or near any of those cities, come hang out. There are tickets available on our Twitter, at Glass Beach Band. On there we have a thread with everything. That's...
Which do either of you have a negative to gambling?
I mean... like personally doing it, I don't love it. But
Okay, so you're going to Reno. Can I give you?
Oh my God.
Can I give you $1 and you just put $1 on any machine?
Sure.
Just for luck.
Yeah, no, I would do that.
All right, I'm gonna do that before you leave.
Invitation extended to anybody. Give
What's-
me $1. No, only Jake.
Hard no.
Only Jake.
That is not enough.
I will say you all did a really fucking funny video that I love, which is
Thank
your tour
you.
van.
We did a tour of our tour van. You can also find on our Twitter or Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Very fun video that William directed.
When I pitch those ideas to the band, it goes over not like you think it would.
I love it every time.
It's not met with enthusiasm, but it's not met with I don't want to do that. It's I'm like, oh, it would be funny if we did a tour of our band for a promo, and everyone's like, okay.
So not a spoiler, but it was the part that made me laugh the hardest.
Beep beep.
A TV would go here.
TV
went here.
TV went here, bed fold up, and beep beep, ha
beep beep ah. Yeah,
Love
that's
it.
great.
Yeah, those are my favorite parts.
I
Also,
can't really get used to your voice right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
you know what?
Isn't it pretty?
If
It's
it
very
did-
sultry.
If it didn't hurt, I would
Yeah.
be super okay with it. I also run a show called Hijinks and Handlebars for QueueTimes. It's every Tuesday. It is a Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream. It's a long-running continuous campaign. We're in our second season. We just it's been a bit. We just had one of the players who was with us for the first 40 episodes move. So we had to say goodbye to them. And
Fuck them.
No. We still love Spencer very much.
no, we love them. We love
But
them.
fuck Spencer.
So we're going through a bunch of big changes. The one we just did last night was kind of a one-off sort of thing. It's main continuity, but you can watch it on its own for the most
Grandmas and gardening.
Grandmas and gardening. Yeah, we just played a bunch of grandmas doing a gardening competition.
Very fun.
It was super fun.
I must
and,
watch that.
I couldn't GM it. Jonas GM'd it. So if you watch that, just know that usually I'm the GM because my voice is so messed up that if I had to GM the entire time.
With all the characters.
Yeah,
that
I
you
probably
can do,
would
yeah.
probably wouldn't have gone very well.
Yeah.
So, and then I wouldn't have had a voice for this lovely voice that I've got.
Well, and you know, good thing you're not going on tour or anything.
Hey, at least I'm the drummer, not the singer.
No humming along.
I feel like you could really like nail "Strange Fruit" by Nina Simone right now.
If I sing more than like 4 pitches, I completely lose my voice. It's gone.
What about you?
Hello. My name is Michelle Wynn Bradley. I'm guesting. This is my second week here. I'll be here next week as well. Very excited. Thank you guys for having me. Yay. And I also do a podcast called Senpai Buddies. It is an Asian comedy. Wait, what is it called? Asian nonsense comedy podcast about Asian nonsense. That's what it is. So we cover Asian pop culture news, make fun of it. It's about a half an hour. We say the F word a lot more than here, and if you like when I say ding dongs, I say a lot more over there too. So that's senpaibuddies.com, or on your favorite podcatcher. You can find it also.
You need to send me a link to that so that it goes in the descrition of your YouTube videos. Because
we had a specific comment that was like, "Hey, can we get links for all this stuff?"
and I was
Nice,
like,
yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll make sure we get that. Anything else you got going on?
Nah, I'm good.
What about you
Oh,
two?
you can go. Would you like to go?
I make random shiz on the internet. It's on my YouTubes and stuff, and it's just Molly McIsaac across the board. Things you can look forward to: getting drunk with my best friend Jordan and trying pumpkin flavored things, watching me make my Sims breed constantly.
It's not as weird as you think.
Sometimes
It's weirder.
Okay.
Sometimes I do dramatic reenactments of when I save my chickens from hawks. There's a lot of chicken content. I don't know. It's Molly McIsaac. It's Isaac with a Mick on the front. I do stuff when I'm not depressed, which is most of the time. I don't know.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Ta-da!
I am Krug, and this is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game, but it is not an educational stream. That's not why it's here. But don't worry, we have a Pathfinder 2nd Edition educational, not a stream, they're videos, on YouTube, on the QueueTimes YouTube channel.
My favorite thing about this is you're getting closer and closer to the camera as you...
It's called Game Gorgon, don't you know? It's called Game Gorgon is the show, and it happens
we
twice
push
a
in.
week,
Yeah.
except for when it only happens once, because editing is hard.
Don't worry, the mic's only behind you. No one
Yeah.
heard.
For those of you on the podcast.
When you're not reading lips.
like press your mouth into
Yeah.
it. Just
Oh, it's like the box. Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of which, the communication device that you described as a box.
It is. It wasn't that. It was just that it was like, oh, I put my lips against it. Speaking of boxes, I was like,
vagina jokes.
fuck. Anyways, is that everything you got? Game Gorgon?
Yeah, please watch
Were
Game
we
Gorgon.
supposed to
Thanks.
introduce
We didn't really do our
ourselves?
names.
We're not. We haven't introduced ourselves. We
Cool.
just did our
Okay,
projects.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
But
having intrusive thoughts about sticking these dice up my nose, so you guys need to hurry it up. I'm just saying.
Krug, why don't you introduce yourself
I'm
and
not
your
gonna
character,
stop you.
please?
My name is Krug, and I'm playing Krug Claudel, the human monk. Both of us, he, him.
Molly McIsaac playing Moss the Magnificent. Both of us are she, her. I'm not going to do it, but I want to.
I'm Jonas Newhouse, they, them, playing the chameleon gnome druid Robin Way, she, her.
I'm William White, they, them, and I'm playing Remy Ashwillow, the Goblin Fighter, also they, them.
I am Michelle Wynn Bradley, she, her, and I am playing Knick-Knack, no last name, and also...
It's not Paddywhack at all.
No, it's just Knick-Knack. No,
Wait, Knick-Knack's a full first name?
I thought Knack
Yeah.
was Nick.
Me too.
Yeah.
No!
Like,
How
her
dare
name's
you.
Nick, right?
Yeah,
no,
Nick.
It's Nick Knack.
Nick.
Nicholas
Knack.
You
Nicholas.
don't say both things, no one knows who you're talking about. Unknown.
Hey, where's Nick?
I'm
Nick's a
Jake.
name.
Oh,
Nick's
I'm
a real name.
I'm a gnome alchemist, I forgot to say.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Elf sorcerer.
I'm Jake. I am the GM. I go by he, him, but I'd be playing everything. But I didn't pitch a project that I've been working on, which is our Discord, which is in continuity with this show. Caring Lizard, who is a mod over there, tweeted out because they're very, very proud that apparently we have a non-binary canon character in the Discord, and they were like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, because they're people."
Seems like a reasonable explanation. Yeah.
But yeah, so we have in canon game where we play like the text to play that we then turn around and have live games every once in a while. And if you want to get in, the Thursday next week is going to be our first big, huge event for everyone. Everyone's going to go to the local bar and meet up, and everyone will get to hang out. Not in person, but in game.
I was going to say,
okay.
excuse me.
Important distinction.
No. It's our first in-game meetup where everyone can kind of
Gotcha.
without having to forcefully go, how do you know this person? It's just like we're gonna have a huge get together. Everyone's gonna hang out, and I, as a GM, is not going to ruin anything. Anyways,
Sounded really ominous.
Level 1 characters.
so the thing is that on the server we actually have goals. Like if we meet certain goals on the server, if we have a certain amount of messages per month, or if we have a certain amount of new players, whatever, they get rewarded by gaining additional XP for the end of the month. They also get different things, like they got to meet James John before all of you.
Oh.
It would handy for us to know.
Wait, Jim John.
His name is
Jim.
Jim. It was Jim last time.
It was Jim last
I wrote
time.
it down.
I
You
swear
said
it
the
was
full name.
James.
No, because I remember it was really close to Jim Jones, but it's Jim
Jim.
John.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Jim is James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. That's the same.
Yeah, like Jimmy Fallon is James Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
Jim Fallon.
Yeah,
Jim Fallon.
Sure. Anyways, they got to meet them before all of you got to meet them, and the whole entire Kin's Temple.
Oh yeah, yep.
You're like,
I'm on the show, baby.
so let's do a little bit of where everyone is. So my understanding, Moss is with Scott off stage. Krug was in the audience walking out as everyone was walking out.
I had already.
You had met up with people outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I took
that's-
Robin and Knick Knack, and I don't know how far you want us to have gotten, but we were walking
right.
back towards the thing to look at Brian's face. The person who
Oh, you were bringing them back inside.
correct.
Okay.
So that they can, because you said Brian was looking all weird. So I was like, oh, please look at Brian's face and tell me. If you
Okay.
can figure out what.
And then so Knick Knack and Robin were together, and Remy was on stage but was asked to leave Moss alone. And I think that's kind
to
of
go back to the caravan.
Yes.
Oh, that's
we were
right.
gonna regroup there later, I believe.
I was told to go back to the caravan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're probably about to run into each other.
I don't know if you remember it, but I rewatched this episode, and you trying to figure out whether or not Moss actually meant go back to the caravan was one of the funniest things. I was
I
just
remember
dying.
being really funny.
That was really like meta, but like
a lot,
so
lot,
funny.
lot of winking, a lot of
So why don't we start with that? Why don't we start with the majority of the group? You have walked outside. You have grabbed them, and you have walked them back inside to check Brian out.
Is Brian still on stage?
Brian has moved. Is starting to move into the crowd to leave as well. But you can definitely pick him out because he's the only known face in the crowd.
Cool.
You guys feel comfortable coming in here? Or do you want me to bring him over here?
I don't feel comfortable, but I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little crowded, but it looks like people are dispersing. We just need to get Brian. Can't you meet him outside?
Yeah.
That's a good question. If you could Brian meet us outside.
Yeah,
That's a good point, Nick.
Let's
Thank you.
draw like a note. Leave a
Yeah,
note.
we'll give you a note. We'll wait outside. You bring Brian out here.
All right, if that's what you prefer, just don't move.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I
Can do.
go to just through the crowd and try to find
Do you
Brian.
need paper or pen? You got it.
Roll a perception to try and find him.
I guess he doesn't need a pen or paper.
I think he's got it.
Oh wait, 20.
20. You're able to spot him, and when you make eye contact, he immediately looks away.
Mm-hmm. I look around to see if are people paying attention to Brian, or is he just kind of like another person in the crowd?
He's another person in the crowd. I mean, everyone's friendly and talking to each other.
Mhm.
He's just not really at that moment talking to someone.
And then the general vibe of the crowd is just people are
Mingling?
just leaving,
Yeah, this is they're happy still, even though like terrible things have happened to them. That they're very, very happy.
So like laughter and maybe like people like
they're chatting.
Okay, cool.
It's the end of church. It's
Cool.
the
That's
end of Sunday church. Everyone's
Cool.
leaving, but everyone's also, how are you? How have you been? What's been going on? Like that kind of thing.
That's the actual most torturous part of church. Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk past Brian, and I'm going to like bend down and like pretend to pick something up, and then
The old bend and snap.
Yeah.
He left the note over there.
and then I'm gonna flip my hair back. No, I'm gonna put something in my pocket just to give myself a reason to have walked there.
Hold on.
Do I have to roll a deception?
I want to know what this mime was.
How many legally blonde memes can we put in this show?
Never mind. Move on.
Because if you lean behind someone, and they're not listening, then you get.
Oh, the Japanese little kids thing. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't do this to that.
Japanese, Korean.
No.
Yours more deadly, but more force with still hands.
If I were to pick anything that was the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do, it's this.
No punches. Okay, good.
For the,
Take that sense in the
for the
gutter.
podcast listeners. No. Okay.
And high school in Japan, all the little kids did that all the time. It was terrible. No, thank you.
Please
Roll me a deception, please.
Okay, great. I shall do this. Ooh, that's good. Let's see what my deception is. Dang. What about 23?
23? Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to turn around and walking around where Brian is, right? Not like right up behind him. I'm going to try and like herd him towards these two by basically just getting in his way when he veers off course. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
What role would you like to try and...
You practice this on the farm.
What? Yes. Yes. That's great. What about farming lord? No.
Sure.
What about...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Link the Herd.
All right. What about 10?
A 10?
Yeah. That's average, right?
As you walk up behind him, you're trying to use your body as like a means to kind of like steer him into the correct direction, but you give way too much force.
Yeah.
When you're doing it, can you roll a complimentary roll of stealth?
Sure.
Complimentary roll.
It's for free.
Substantially better. What about a 18?
Okay, so you successfully do it in a way that people don't notice that you're doing this, but you push too hard and push him into like the edge of the doorway.
No.
And like he like hits it. He doesn't hit hard like he passes out, but you're like and it kind of starts to draw attention. Like, oh, are you okay? Oh my gosh! And so people start to like circle.
Yeah, and
circle.
I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry, mister, and then I'm gonna like help him up, not like say anything overtly like, okay, but you gotta follow me. Literally just like, oh, I'm so sorry, and then once he's good, I'm gonna like kind of.
So as you start to like, oh, are you right? Some of the people in the, around start to look at you. Oh, are you new? We haven't met. What's your name? My name's Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. My name is Krug. It's very good to meet you. Yeah, I was just walking by, and I heard this conversation, this commotion, and I didn't know what was going on. It seemed open and inviting, so I decided to come and sit and listen. It's a shame about what happened to your church. I know, thank you. You got
deception.
it. Oh, thank God. Whew, that was stressful. Just gonna really quickly take a look at what this. 21.
Nice.
They're like, oh, well then you should stay. We're going to go eat. We're gonna have a feast right now. We're just finishing up the last bits of prep. You should come and join us and get to know us a little bit more. We're always looking for more like-minded people here.
Are the two of them in the general direction of the caravan?
They, as far as I'm
for a
aware,
tent.
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, they're still at the edge of the tent.
Okay.
I imagine
The only
we're outside
person
peeking in.
that could possibly be at the tent is William.
I could.
Or is Robin.
I-
Remy.
Could be, but guess what? Spoiler alert, folks. Remy is nowhere to be seen.
I use unassuming.
But basically, it would be justifiable for me to say I'm going to the caravan because I would be leaving the tent and then going to the caravan. Is that correct? it makes sense to leave the tent before going to the caravan?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
I'm sorry. I was more. I heard what you were saying and I agreed with it. I was just trying to figure out the step 2 to this.
Oh,
Where
so
is this going?
I didn't want to say I need to go to the caravan first, and then have you be like, but that's in the opposite direction. So I was making sure.
No, but it is outside of town, and if you said I need to go to the caravan, you would have to explain to them because remember you stopped the caravan outside of the city limits.
That is the information I was looking for, so I'm not going to say that out loud. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to. It's the only option I got.
Awesome. What is Knick-Knack and Remy? Robin.
I don't think it's going well. It looks like he's talking to people, which is not a good sign. Not that he's bad at it, especially. It's just it doesn't end well.
Why does he just tell him that he has to go to the bathroom? That always works for me.
You
You gotta go. And
Sometimes I just scream and run away.
Yeah, I mean,
With the right people, they don't question it.
Do you think we need to help him extract him from the situation? Is it time for the adventure to start?
I'll tell you, Knick-Knack, while I'm hoping against it, I'm definitely very much prepared for that possibility, yes. I think we might have to spring into action pretty soon. I hate to say it.
You all seem like you're all seasoned at this adventure stuff. I can set things on fire, and I can make people trip, and that's kind of like, my 2 thing.
That's about what I do. I just kind of zap people, and I turn into stuff.
Oh, cool. So we don't have a plan.
No, honestly, our highest pedigree is that we accidentally, tore apart our entire world, and for, everyone there.
Cool.
And also, we're, kind of wanted back there.
I know.
Clear. Yeah, I think you know the rundown.
Why don't we just make a distraction so they all stop looking at him because if he can't say it's go to the bathroom, then I guess we can just set something on fire.
Both of you roll me a perception.
Good idea.
So it's this plus this number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 21.
9?
9? So you said none, and I was like, how?
I mean, 1 with a
Okay, so Robin sees after Krug helps up Brian, the 2 of them side by side start walking away from the tent with a group of people.
Away. When you say away from
you.
Okay, so into the city further.
Yeah, so further into the city.
Okay.
Well, technically this is the center, but away from you. Does that make sense?
Wait, so they're outside of the tent now?
Yes.
Okay, I was imagining us peeking in from.
No, this happened.
Cool.
So Krug bumped.
That was outside.
Krug bumped right at the doorway, so they have started to walk out.
It looks like they're just going into town. We could just follow maybe, but we should be prepared for distraction. Setting things on fire is not maybe the best one because it's dangerous.
But anyway, when you set something on fire, everyone looks at it.
That is true. But do you know how to control the burn? Because it could be more destructive than you're hoping.
It's like sometimes.
Let's hold on to it.
50-50.
Actually, I can shoot kind of ice out of my hand, so maybe we could. Let's hold on to it. Plan B. I'll try to think of a better plan A. But for now, let's just follow it.
Maybe we should write down all of our powers and then to talk about them. And then we'll know what you both can do, and then we can help each other make a plan. Is that how you do that, huh?
Working as a team, it's good to know your strengths and weaknesses.
And we just start talking. We start listing all of our different buildings that we try to follow.
While this is happening,
I want to be part of this. What the heck?
I want to know what Remy is doing.
So Remy is going back to the caravan. Wink. I'm actually tailing Moss.
Oh my God, Remy!
And I stealthily, and I want to read their lips while they're having their conversation. I want to get into a spot where I can see both of their mouths.
All right, so roll.
Oh, their mouths are not visible.
roll me a stealth, please.
Okay. It'd be as bad as I want you to be.
They're saying kiss, 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 kiss.
Okay, not horrible. Let's get 14 on that.
A 14?
Hold on. 13 on that.
Do me a favor, Moss, and roll me a perception.
Yeah, roll perception, Moss.
Perceive it.
Oh no!
No, it's okay.
Don't worry. You don't see Remy following you.
It's good for the story.
You're so distracted by Scott.
By Scott's lower half.
No, by all of Scott.
Okay, fine.
I like his
personality.
Yeah.
Insides
and his
outside.
face,
Yeah.
and his like love his insides. He's
beautiful up and down.
Yeah,
So,
we've absolutely
kidneys.
had lots of heart-to-hearts, and not just me trying to convince him to sleep with me around the fireside while
while
he's
you're drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna need Remy to do is while you're following, I'm gonna need you to roll perception. I'll just let you know so that you can do lip reading. But
Sweet.
what you're seeing as of right now is you're seeing Moss and Scott walk outside of the tent, out of the side, basically where it seems that Jim was walking in and out of. And
Who?
Jim. I said
I'm
Jim.
pretty sure it's Jim.
I said Jim this time because you all said I said Jim, so I'm just saying Jim.
Hey, you said Jim,
I'm
baby.
pretty sure it was Jim last time.
Hey, don't worry.
It's Jim for short.
Could be either. Could be either.
So how did you get here? How did you know? Like, is this just a fluke? Were you looking? What's going? I'm so confused.
Oh, well, Scott, of course I was looking for you. I've never stopped in my quest to find you.
You are you rolling your perception?
Yeah, they rolled a 20.
No, I didn't. I just set it down. I'll roll perception though.
I thought you were rolling in characters. Oh my god!
Also good.
Okay, the 24.
24.
You kind of left me hanging there. You said, that you were coming back and then you didn't come back. But it's okay, I forgive you. I'm not mad or anything. We just thought perhaps that something had happened to you, and so, it's a group effort. It wasn't just me. I'm not that obsessed. I can get whoever I want.
Well, I'm glad that you met me on the other side of the wall. Especially meeting me in such a very difficult time in my life. But since I've been here in the Kin's Temple, it's taught me a lot, to be completely honest with you.
Now, I'm uncertain what the appeal of this is. I mean, I do, perhaps I'm not. I mean, you do get to be on stage, and of course I relate to that. But what exactly is better about this than being a hero to all?
So, when we last spoke, I told you I was going to go to the other side of the wall.
Yes, and here I am.
Yes, you met me here. But I was going to the other side of the wall because I thought that was going to be the end.
You thought you would die.
I was using madness to cure sadness.
Well, you don't have to be sad, Scott. You have friends.
I'm not anymore. Jim and the Kin's Temple has taught me so much. I'm at peace with who I actually am, and I'm with people who want to legitimately help each other.
But you were helping everyone, and you were famous. Isn't that
I
all you need?
I helped people once, and then I became an object after that. I didn't become a person. I became an event.
Yes, but if you're an object, then you're adored by all, and isn't that better?
No, it's not wonderful at the top. It's
Well, I've
lonely.
been there too. I was not lonely. I'm lonely now.
You should be here with us. Jim would.
With you?
Yes, with all of us. Jim would love
But
to
with
meet
you?
We've spent maybe a single evening together. Maybe we should.
I'm sorry that I felt the spark and you didn't.
I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that we should get to know each other more.
But you want me to do it in this suspiciously cult-like atmosphere.
Religious, faithful, peaceful people. Just think, you're the most talented one of all of them.
I am.
Just think about how famous and wonderful you are going to be here. And we're not getting smaller, we're getting larger by the day.
So what kind of reach does this organization have towards other cities and towns?
So currently we have approximately 900 people in this city.
Well, that's not a paltry sum.
No, and we, while we're reaching out to, as Jim had mentioned, we haven't necessarily gotten the warmest of welcomes. in all locations.
Well, Scott, I'm going to be a little honest with you here, and I think that the reason for that is you come across a little cult-like.
I can't change what other people see about me. That's something that I learned.
Yes, you can.
But do I owe it to them?
Well, as you know, perception is my specialty, so if you want to, I can help you with that. Now, I am getting a little off track, though. The appeal of this organization, I am afraid that I don't know much about it, and I came just looking for you, so convince me.
Tonight, you, me, and Jim, we have dinner together.
Just the three of us?
Just the three of us.
None of my companions?
You're talking about Remy, right?
Yes, and Robin and Krug.
Oh, I didn't see them.
Oh, yes, they came with me. Of course they came with me.
How about we just start the three of us? I will make sure that they're taken care of. I would much rather, and he reaches out and he takes your hand. And he goes, I would much rather tonight me introducing you to Jim. I think you will get along with Jim a lot more than the others.
Well, he definitely seemed to understand my skill set, so I suppose that is satisfactory. I just don't want my friends to be left out.
Here, look. And he leans over and he points at like a small thatched house and he goes, "That's my place. I'll go in. I'll talk to everyone else.
You're telling me where you live.
I'm telling you to go there now.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to go and you can freshen up and get ready for dinner and I will make sure that your friends are taken care of. Does that work? And I will come back to the room and I will come grab you and we can go have dinner?
Well, I will tell you this, Scott, that I am a woman of my own means and I have my own wardrobe and my own caravan. So I'm going to go there, but I will meet you at your place after that.
Sounds great. If you want, you can bring the caravan in. There, you can set it up right next to my place.
I will have to talk to my horse.
He's a little confused by that one, but he's like, okay.
Well, you see, she likes open fields, so Snowball is her name.
Yes. All right.
Well, I look forward to having dinner with you, Scott. And she winks and saunters away.
He maintains an eye, very much of the I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you walk away kind of a way. Remy, roll me one more perception.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
What a good day for Remy.
And your
21.
Nice.
Nice. So after Scott watches Moss walk away, he kind of picks up speed and heads in the same. Ooh, you didn't. Out of character, heads in the same direction that Krug is currently going. It looks like the remainder of the people that were in the church are heading to an area, and he is heading in that same direction. Cool. But he picks up instead of walking, he kind of does a little quick jog.
I'm gonna keep following Moss. As soon as Moss is away from everyone, I'm gonna show back up.
Okay,
that's my plan.
All right, why don't we go through that then?
Okay, I'm heading back to my caravan.
Hey, Moss.
Remy!
Alright, okay. At the end there, that was a perfect way to let me know you were oh, I know you're watching. I know you're getting everything that we're saying.
Oh,
that little wink you did at the end, I was like, oh, head back to the caravan. Wink, wink. Nailed it.
Oh, yeah,
so
I absolutely knew you were watching. I know everything. I am Moss the Magnificent!
Scott? Really nice. So nice, saying all those nice things about you and then inviting you over to cottage.
Yes.
And then you play all hard to get and you're like, I'm going to my caravan, I have to talk to my horse. Is horse code for something or do you really need to talk to Snowball?
I didn't exactly know what to say.
I think you nailed it.
I was coming to try to talk to you. But you were watching, so of course, everyone else. Everyone else. Yes, everyone else. I knew that. I knew you were watching.
Also, And then Remy like puts out a hand for you to put your hand in Remy's hand,
Aww.
and Remy puts their other hand on top. If you're ever like feeling really lonely or something, I mean, like you can talk to me. You should probably talk to Robin, like my wife, because she...
yes, I know Robin is your wife.
Oh yeah, I know, but she is my wife.
Yes.
Mostly magnificent. Yeah, seriously, you should probably talk to my wife. Who's Robin? My wife.
Your wife.
Because she's
Your
better
wife.
at this sort of thing than I am. But like, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like we've grown really close. I feel like I can talk to all of you. Also, I haven't had like a real heart-to-heart since we've been across the wall, and that would super knock something off of my list.
Okay. The thing is, Remy,
Do you want your hand back?
yes, please.
All right.
Thank you. I really, I've never had friends. And,
Well, what about all the other goblins with like herring and everything?
well, I paid them.
Do you not pay friends for the work they do?
Well, no, I do, but I feel like I was paying them to be friends. But it's neither here nor there.
You can get
It's like-
paid for that?
You guys are getting paid?
If you wanted to get up on stage with me, I would of course let you. It doesn't matter. I appreciate it, Remy. I appreciate it very much. You and your wife,
Robin, yes.
Robin,
My wife.
I'm wife.
have shown me more kindness than perhaps I have ever felt in my life, and I'm a little uncertain how to process that. I appreciate it, and yes, the horse was all of you.
Oh, what part am I? Can I be the butt?
You can be whatever part of the horse that you want to be.
I'm gonna be the butt.
But the man of my dreams just invited me back to his cottage for a great fucking.
Oh, I missed that part.
So did Scott.
And I decided to go speak with my horse. So, here I am speaking to my horse. Oh God, who am I? It's fine. Let's just go back to my wagon, please.
Okay. Is this a winking moment, or are we actually going back to the
Oh
wagon?
no, we're actually going back to the wagon. I mean, because everyone is there, right?
Right. Wink, right?
I don't understand what's happening right now.
All right, let's go back to the wagon.
No wink.
Not a single one.
I'm going to have to blink at some point.
Or better not do it with one eye.
Let's take this moment to move over to Krug. Krug, you are walking next to Brian. Brian's next to you. He's very nervous, you can tell. He's very specifically not looking at you, probably making the situation worse than it would normally be. Some of the people that are around you, a lizard folk woman, is standing next to you. Goes, so, how long are you planning on staying? Besides dinner, we always love new people when they come into town.
I'm not sure exactly how long I'm staying. I don't normally plan stuff like that. Normally I just go where I think is good for me to be and then stay there as long as it's good for me to be there. So, you know what? You all seem like a really nice group of people, so I guess as long as you'll have me, really.
Well, wonderful. All of the food that we're about to eat is grown and produced 100% here in town.
Wow. And you guys just do that yourselves?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes.
awesome.
We all pitch in together. All of us have kind of given up on living in large cities.
Sure.
And we've moved here together to kind of be one with nature again, I guess is a good way of saying it.
Yeah, and I think I get that feeling too. I used to actually belong to a monastic temple. You know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to be a part of that kind of thing. but it's really hard. And so, I thought, oh, maybe there's something else I can do to, broaden my horizons. So I left.
Well, something that we've all learned here is that life itself is never something that's easy. In fact, life itself is just hard, and we'll never going to be able to live an easy, simple life. And even if we could, we as people wouldn't.
The simple, easy life sounds like a pretty boring life.
I wouldn't even say boring. I would say almost as if you didn't exist. If it were simple.
That's interesting.
But we're here, and she goes up to a person that's like, you're basically gotten into a line, and she's handed a bowl, and food is it's like a soup almost that gets put into it. Depending on your dietary restrictions, we have different options. If you don't eat meat, I would stick away from this one and this one. This is our vegetarian option, if you would like that one. But if you don't have a preference, I would go with the stew over here. It is top notch, but only if you're okay with eating meat.
Gotcha. Thanks. I don't actually recognize a lot of this stuff. I don't know if you.
If you roll me a perception check.
Really quick. The common knowledge is it common knowledge that the gates opened? Common enough that I can assume that people would be like, oh yeah, those gates that were close by and creepily were shut forever. It's definitely roll me society actually. Sure.
Let's make it a roll.
Let's make it a roll.
Let's make it a roll.
Let's do a roll.
Let's make that a roll.
Oh, that's not the greatest roll. What about 11?
Your assumption is that it's a very small thing, and while the people in the surrounding city knows about it, it probably hasn't, or it's possible it hasn't gotten this far, since you aren't entirely sure how far away this it was a couple days of travel, but
yeah.
This seems like seems like an isolated group. You don't know how much.
Sure, I don't even know which direction they came from, so they could be coming from the opposite direction for all I know. That makes sense. So I guess in that case, I'm from a place that's a little bit secluded. We don't generally, explore. I didn't generally explore very many cuisines. So I mean, I'll look around, but I appreciate that. I've
got the best idea. And then she grabs one of each.
Oh yeah, okay.
And she goes, come sit down with me.
Thanks.
And she carries all 4 bowls, even though you got 2 perfectly useful hands. Sure. She's just like, nope, I got this.
Okay, cool,
she's just trying to be super helpful and super friendly.
Can we see what's happening?
Roll me
I imagine
perception.
we were tailing. And
Yeah,
you lips, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I
Cool.
Oh yeah, roll.
Yeah. So
you're gonna roll perception to read lips. You can roll perception just.
Yeah.
Did I just roll another 2? Sure did.
Did you just roll a d4 for your perception?
No, the D4 was an accident. I rolled a 24.
Okay, 24 in your perception. So you see Krug, what seems to be extremely friendly, talking to this woman, and she has grabbed 4 bowls of soup and is walking Krug over to a table. Krug his hand nothing in his hands. And what did you roll in your perception?
2 + 7, so 9.
So you're not able to get a full conversation from it. It's something different about her lips because she's a lizard. It's a little bit harder. You're not used to seeing,
Right.
So you're catching words here and there. You're hearing meat. You're hearing, you maybe food is one of the words, or maybe it where are you from? But you're not catching most of it.
Does the food look suspicious? Do I think it...
Would you like to roll me a crafting check?
What? Yeah, what?
What? Yeah, what?
Yeah, I will, because it looks like it's high. Okay, that's a 6. That's a 16 plus that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
12?
What?
16 plus 12?
Level 3.
28.
Wow.
Yeah.
So based off of the smell, the couple of words in which you managed to get across, and the consistency of it, it looks like food.
Doesn't it look poison?
Yeah, I'm also worried about
Food being poison.
poison, or more specifically just things that like drugs in it, basically.
You know that just visually
some
seeing it from the
potion.
distance that you're at, you can't tell.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going to do, you're going to need to be able to be closer.
I think we need to try this food before I get it. I can tell when there's poison and stuff. That's my skill.
How close do you have to be to
I just kind of
to that?
I think I probably have to lick it, huh?
You have to, wait, but what if
You
you
just
lick it and
taste
it's
it. You just
poison?
tasting it. You
But
don't get the whole dose.
What
You
if you
get like
taste
a
it and it's bad for
Don't
you?
you know
What
what?
happens?
Like a vaccine is like a little bit of the thing, not the whole
Sure,
thing. And so I
yeah.
figure if I just lick it, then I can.
Wait, you figure or you've done this in
No,
your
like I know. I'm like a scientist.
You're like a scientist or you're a scientist?
am a
Because I actually don't really know your
I'm
background
not
very
great
much.
at communicating my thoughts.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry.
Words.
I understand. Look, I have the same problem.
Well, okay, so I think you shouldn't. I think that he shouldn't eat the food. I think we should, or we should check at least.
I agree.
Okay, are there other people? Are there other gnomes in this conclave? So us walking around is not weird.
Nope,
But they're dressed differently, right?
not particularly.
we don't-
Only
do we-
person that's like dressed differently seemed to be Jim and Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jim
What?
also had like a silver embroidered robe.
Yeah. There seem to be like lines of silver in his
Like
in his
real
clothing.
silver.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
I'm also waiting for someone to clip you saying I need to lick it. That's
Listen, I can't.
Challenge.
Let's just get close
Presented?
to the food and you can check it
Yeah,
out.
we just act like normal cult
just
people who
act
love
normal. Yeah.
love cults, and then we just go over there.
I love a good cult.
And then we were just eating like everyone else here. It was
just
we're
very
totally
easy.
fine. It's not weird at all.
So do me a favor. How are you trying to? Are you just trying to be cool or like how?
I feel like I want to do a stealth roll to like really just not draw attention to us.
Roll it.
How is your stealth?
Well, I was gonna make you roll stealth no matter what.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know what like in the direction in which you were trying to. Are you trying to
sure.
be sneaky about it, or are you just trying to be like, we got?
I'd say more
we're
nonchalant.
supposed to be here.
Like if,
Like, chill.
because if we're looking sneaky and someone sees us, it's
Yeah.
suspicious, and we just want to like not stand out.
Yeah.
Everyone look at
All
us.
right, so roll.
Actually, I have something for this. It's whenever like it's a no escape situation. I can't say I have to go to the bathroom.
Sure.
I pull out 2 bottles of silver tongue mutagen.
Cool.
It increases your features become striking, your voice becomes musical and commanding, though facts and figures become hazy for you, and emotion clouds your ability to reason. You benefit.
Whoa.
You gain an item bonus to deception, diplomacy, intimidation, performance checks. Your critical failures with any of these become failures instead. Drawback -2 to Arcana, crafting, lore, occultism, and society. So that's what this thing does, and it's like it just makes you feel like real confident.
Sure.
You gotta talk to people, and like
Okay.
I feel like
I could use that.
it's some good like.
There's not any like really like worse bad sort of symptoms that you're not telling me
it's
about. I mean,
only
other than what you just said.
It only
like-
lasts for like 10 minutes.
Okay, well, look, I don't have a lot of time to think about it, so I'm choosing to trust you, Knick-Knack, but just, I don't know you very well, so if you are pulling one over on us, and this is, like, here to hurt me, my partner is probably going to kick your ass, just so you know.
No, I don't.
But I do trust you. I don't think you're doing that.
I don't know how to. Okay, that's why I gotta take the juice. Gotta take the juice to learn how to lie.
Let's take the juice.
This is lie juice. Okay.
Alright, bottoms up.
Boop.
Boop.
All right, so roll me your stealths.
Yes.
It's a bonus 2, I believe, to everything.
Cool. And I'm going to give you guidance for a +1 on your stealth.
Okay.
Wait. So
What was your bonus?
I rolled a 1. Oh, the bonus I gave you was a
Did you
+1.
both roll ones?
I rolled a 1. Did you roll a 1?
No,
Okay.
What?
17. That's a 7.
That's a 1.
It's a 7, my dog.
My
That's a
dog.
1. That's a 1.
No! Okay. Do we both use our hero points? Or
I
we
was
just
gonna say use that hero point.
Do I have hero points?
we start with
Start with
1.
one.
Oh, okay. Nice. I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm
What
gonna
does
do
that
it.
mean? I have to
It means you
roll
re-roll.
Nice. I'm switching dice. Okay, it's an 8.
What if
That's
I
very
had
good.
used this? That would have been better.
8
Okay.
plus 6,
Mm,
7.
Jonas?
11.
That hand in your pocket is making me crazy. I hate it. Get it out of there.
11 plus.
No.
So I have a
Saying hi.
I have a 17.
I'll take a picture of that card. I have a 13.
17 and 13. Killing it. Crushing it.
17 and 13. Okay, so sorry, someone's at the front door, and I was trying to figure out who it was.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, good.
Yep.
We're all astrally projecting there.
Hey, you remember when we did Starfinder?
Yeah, that's what I was having that same
Why,
like
did someone come
feeling.
in?
Boom, boom.
Oh,
Somebody
no,
knocked
someone,
on our
banged on the
It was
window,
very
yeah.
weird.
I remember that happening.
Yeah.
There's
It
a
would-
clip
it would be like
on
if it
our
happened,
Twitch
like,
if you want to
right
see
here.
us terrified.
Why
Oh.
did they do
It was
that?
like a boom, 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 boom.
You never found out?
No, it's a long story.
It's ghost.
yeah.
We did immediately move.
We'll
though.
tell her it's great.
So, what was the rolls again?
13.
17.
13, 17. Okay, you feel comfortable enough that you're moving forward through the crowd and kind of, going about.
And
We're all about to get murdered.
Well, I feel
The
like
murder crew is coming in. Someone swatted us. Is that what it's called? Swatting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, please
why
don't.
would she say that out loud?
I don't know because I am dark as hell. I don't know.
I feel like we're killing this.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, like Robin, like this juice kind of makes you look like way cooler. I look way cooler too.
You do.
You look like sharper. Like you know
I
what's
can control
happening.
like some like complexion and coloring, and I'm
Yeah.
doing that. But also, I feel like it's doing it itself a little bit.
Yeah, I feel
like the
very-
juice make it
yeah.
take over. This food does look delicious.
Oh yeah, so I do try to lick. I grab an apple and I do just lick it. I don't know.
An apple?
I don't know what's
Is there an
there.
apple?
Stew.
It's
There's
stew. It's like all different types
I
of
grab
stew.
a spoonful.
I grab a stew
over
then.
Stew,
No, I-
and I just go. I just kind of.
Roll me a crafting check.
I would.
So I want you to roll it and roll and figure out what you want to do, but hold the numbers because I'm going to go back to Krug for a second.
Cool.
So Krug, she sets down the bowls and she goes, "Oh, I almost forgot. Here, sit down. I'll be right back. I got to get spoons." And so she gets up and she walks away for a moment.
I am going to. What's in the bowl? Stew? Like
It's
liquidy?
food.
liquid
It's like stew. There's potatoes.
I'm terrified of anything in the general vicinity. Suspicious.
Y'all
Terrified's
did
the wrong
so
word.
many checks. Seems like it's just food, baby.
But I don't know that.
Maybe.
That's true.
I'm not either.
I'm going to.
My wife.
I'm going to. Are there solid bits in
Yes.
this? I'm going to take.
I said potatoes.
Are we outing
Yeah.
you as not knowing what stew is right now? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to take a piece of the potato and I'm going to put it in my pocket. Just one piece of the potato. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my pocket.
Oh,
And
it's
then
mashed now, though.
I'm going to spend a moment
Mashed.
while I'm alone. And
Why do you have potato in your pocket? You're fucking Napoleon Dynamite with tots in your pocket.
No, it's not. It's for these
We are
people. I don't
all
know they're
checking
with
the
me.
damn
So I want them to check it later.
Alright.
I'm gonna spend a moment reflecting on my life and try to come to
My
terms
life.
with my
My life.
and then that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
I'm so sorry.
10 minutes have passed in game.
Will started it.
Hey, remember when Jake cut to one person and then all of the rest of us talked the whole time?
I'm so
I've
sorry.
been very well behaved until you kept making fucking potatoes.
You said
and
my
fucking-
wife.
You started it.
Hey, I was in character.
You know what?
You would know about that.
If she hasn't returned after I take a piece of potato out and put it in my pocket, I'm gonna pick one of the bowls and just start eating it.
Okay.
Dang.
But she's getting you a spoon.
Can't do it with those spoonsies.
I'm gonna,
Just.
you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna take a bowl of potatoes and chunks of meat and just like.
You can.
Wait, is it not
Yeah.
liquidy too? Is
There's
it
a
not
little bit of,
partially
like, sauce,
soup?
like-
I don't know what stew is, huh?
Okay.
I'm a little worried.
Okay, I'm just to
Krug
like,
the player does not know what stew is. I got it.
cards on the table, no idea what I'm looking at as a
I've
person.
done it before.
I don't know what stew is. I don't know.
I'm
what
not
stew
sure
is.
I could define stew.
I've always imagined it
So
as
but
soup.
like,
Chunky
me-
in a can.
sure.
That like brand chunky.
like chili is a stew.
I
right?
will. I
Yeah.
will then.
Yeah, okay, so I know what a stew is.
I will then just wait. I will wait. for the
Stew is
spoon.
like gravy with
Yeah.
It
shit.
is like a liquid factor.
It's
It's a
like-
chunky
Should we
soup.
Google a picture of stew?
I'm literally pulling up stew right
Are you
now.
literally?
Dad
This is a stew.
Just be pickles?
Wait, how many fantasy
shit.
novels have you read? Because that's all fantasy
They
novels
don't
talk about.
show it.
Imagine it as soup. Imagine stew
No,
is soup.
soup
This whole
has
part
like
of my
a
life.
clear broth.
Oh, okay.
Is that the distinction?
You just.
No.
It's a dark broth
Soup
Let us
versus.
know in the comments
No.
below.
Do we have a mini series of like
Engagement,
personal
engagement.
moments with William? This is my personal
Yeah.
moments. I didn't know what stew was. You just live watched
Brought
me
to you
learn
by
what stew
Stew.
was.
Yeah, that was. I'm sorry
That
for
was, dare I
distracting from.
say, stupendous.
Anyways, so
Nope.
Break, we'll be back.
okay, so before you can you pick up the stew and you're looking at the stew and you're like, maybe I should just eat some.
Yeah.
And then as that's happening, she's coming back, and in one hand she's got spoons, and in the other hand she's got cups.
Oh.
And she sets down a cup in front of you and a cup in front of her, and she hands you a spoon, and she has the other spoon. And she goes, here I'm gonna have this one, but this one has got beef, that one is lamb, and then that's her vegetarian option.
Yeah, I almost got carried away. It smells so good, and I just started eating it.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, great, cool. I thought you were gonna say, make a Constitution saving throw.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Cool.
Roll me a perception.
Oh, okay, great. I thought you were then gonna.
This stew is so.
15.
I'm stewing on
15?
stew.
Yeah.
So as you're eating this, you are able to see Knick-Knack and Robin at the front of the line, and Knick-Knack doing this, like right about to lick it. At the same time, you notice that the cup that she placed in front of you, the liquid inside of it is purple.
Neat.
Don't wait.
Can I
Bad juice.
Can I make a check
Whoa.
to
Food liquids happening, and I just
let's see.
Do you not know what
Where
purple
they-
drink is?
Where the crew doesn't know what a drink is.
No,
versus
but
a
I
stew
am
versus a stew.
suspicious of everything.
Apparently.
We're walked into a cult town, Jake.
I was told to look for poisons.
Yeah.
Said Knick-Knack out
We
of
walked into a cult town with a poison expert. Of course.
Yeah,
we're
maybe
supposed to
I
food and
wouldn't
drink.
be if Arturo hadn't sent Knick-Knack.
We need the poison person because there's no problems.
Can I make okay, what about a medicine check?
Sure.
On the purple drink.
Sure.
16?
16.
I should say untrained.
Okay. You pick it up and you smell it a little bit, and you kind of look. You have to examine it.
Sure,
like,
of course.
You're just gonna see a purple liquid, and she goes, "Oh, yes, this is something that we make here. It's called Flavor Aid. It is wonderful."
Cricket player is out.
Series finale.
Okay. All right. Cool. What about the results of my check there, buddy?
It seems like it smells like grape,
All right. Cool.
but it's not fermented like a wine, which you smelled before. It smells like a grape liquid that's not a juice, and it's not. Yeah.
And I've had a substantial portion of the food, and I feel okay. All right. Take a sip of the drink.
It tastes pretty damn scrumptious.
Nice.
She then starts to go into it. She's like, yes, what we do is we take the excess of the grapes before they spoil, and we actually grind them down and let them dry out, and then we add cane sugar to it, and we put it in water, and it just adds a little bit of flavor.
Wow, I've never heard of a process like that before. That's awesome.
It's I mean, what do you think? What do you think of the food?
No,
What do you think?
As delicious. The drink is like sweet and refreshing. I love it all. This is awesome. Is this stuff that Jim came up with?
No. Jim allows us to come up and create things ourselves in our own way. This is just another member of our group.
I see. But I'm sure he's like some sort of, visionary. Like
He's brought us all here together.
So that's his claim to fame is bringing you guys into this place to live together. Is that right?
Jim has helped each and every one of us in a very different way.
That seems like a really personal thing to each one of you.
Very much so.
Gotcha.
So let's go to. We're gonna pause for you still. We're gonna go to Moss and Remy as you're heading.
So are we? Can we add the caravan?
Yeah.
We're at the caravan.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured they would all be here.
As did I. I mean, I was just trying to communicate with everyone. I mean, because obviously I'm going to dinner.
Do you want to bring the caravan in?
No!
Oh, you don't? Do you
No,
think
why-
it's a bad idea?
This is very clearly a cult.
Well, yeah, but if the caravan is closer inside, then I am closer to my bastard sword.
Okay, but if the caravan is inside the gates, then, well, they're not gates, but inside the area, then it will be harder for us to go away.
Sure.
You never. Remy, let this be a lesson for you. You never park your tour caravan where the fans can get you.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yes,
Otherwise,
so-
one of them could stow away.
Yes,
And
yes. You want to have a clean escape. There are underground passages, I'm sure.
Okay.
No. It should stay here. Snowball. I said that I would talk to you. Snowball, are you okay? Here. I asked Snowball.
Snowball's kind of just.
She snorts. Yes.
Okay.
good.
Mostly magnificent.
Remy.
Do you see how tall
Remy,
I am?
the rivaled.
Oh.
Unrivaled.
Remy the Unrivaled.
There we go.
Hey, I've never gotten a nickname across the wall before.
Well, there you go.
No, check it out.
Remy
please.
the Unrivaled.
Do you see how small I am?
You are very small.
Do you see a place on me to hide a bastard sword?
No, but I can hide one.
That's where I was going.
Yes.
Can I put my sword under your robe?
I mean, usually that's a second date question for me, but it's okay because
Yeah,
you're my
don't worry,
friend.
I've already kissed the box. I'm alright, swish. What am I referencing when I say swish?
Yes.
This is a live stream.
I'm sorry, that just hurt me. I'm gonna pee myself. Oh man, it took a second to sink in. Woo! It's fine. Swish. Oh Lord. All right, it's fine. Everything's great.
Okay, I will get my bastard sword.
That was all out of character, by the way.
Out of the caravan, yes. Moss is not nearly as enthused by
No, Moss is
There's
just
the caravan. Hello.
Moss is just thinking about how uncomfortable having a cold, hard piece of steel down her back is going to be, but it's fine.
But how cool is it going to be when Moss goes? Oh, I just cut my dress.
And drop the sword.
It's a fine. I get
Okay,
to before it.
I'm
It's
going to
fine.
go in, I'm going to get that. Can you also hold my shield?
I don't think that's going to be possible.
It's small enough. Do you see me? I mean, I don't have a shield that covers my whole body, mostly magnificent. You've seen it before. It will fit. Like, you know how some people, when they wear the dress or the robe, they go into a shop and they hide watermelon between
Yes. I have
and then they just walk out
pockets
with it?
sewn into my dress for completely non-nefarious reasons.
Please, can you carry my shield and my sword, please?
I suppose, Remy, because you're my friend.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get those. Is Herring on board over here? Herring,
We're sorry.
Herring pops out and goes, "Hey,
are you doing okay?
yep, just talking to Onion."
Okay, definitely a cult in there. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
Although the main person, very nice.
Well, he absolutely sees what I am, and I very much appreciate that in a man. So, or
Aaron.
anyone, you know.
Mostly Magnificent is going to have dinner with Jim and also with Scott.
With Scott. Yes, you could say it's an audition of sorts.
For sex.
Or
Or is that happening first? I'll get my sword and shield.
Herring goes, "Arr," just as like when you're talking about the cult, it's just like, "Arr," like ready to go, like.
You're forever supportive, Herring. Stay here with Snowball and Onion, and if I don't return, well, perhaps give it an hour after sunup, but if I'm not back by then, be worried.
Wait, hold on, sunup? Are you serious, Moss? Yeah, good luck.
Moss isn't even up before sunup, like on a normal day.
Well, yes, but she's going to go hang out with Scott at his hut, so...
Sure.
She wants to seem like an early riser.
Yeah.
Always fake on your first, right?
Right, yeah. Don't let them know the real you until the 10th date.
Gotcha.
That's
All
just
right.
respectful.
Here's a sword. Here's a shield. I guess we go find everyone else. Or do you need to go get ready for dinner?
Well, I have to go get ready for dinner.
Okay, I'll go look for everyone else. Unless
Yes.
you want me to follow you, Wink.
Do you think that you could do it without being detected?
Follow you?
I mean, like, I feel like your
I mean,
lip
nobody got me
reading
the first time,
capabilities,
right?
considering our mission, are very beneficial, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm like super valuable.
Yes, absolutely. I believe that Knick-Knack also can do that.
Yeah, she seems like she really has a handle on something, so I trust her with my
If
wife
someone
and like
wants,
everything.
if someone thinks that they can absolutely, without a doubt, be not detected and can be nearby at dinner, I perhaps condone that. Wink. But other than that, leave me alone.
Right.
You can trust me.
Wink?
No wink.
Oh, okay.
You can trust me. And if you aren't monitoring me, it's okay. Not wink. Not wink.
Okay, cool. I don't know where this miscommunication problem happened. So, but we used to not wink at each other all the time, and I just got it.
Well, it's just the thing, Remy, is that you always have one, and so it's sometimes the wink has to happen.
That's true. You use yours almost, Scott.
No, I didn't.
Well, almost. There was like a moment where you were just about to be like, "Here's exactly why we're here."
No, I would never do that. I was just being
take it from someone who does it all the time. I could tell.
Convincingly vulnerable. You release just enough of the truth to make them think that they are in control. You see.
This is why I need to be around you, Masi Magnificent. You teach me so much on a daily basis.
Yes, like how to manipulate people.
I can't wait to try it on my wife.
Don't do that to your wife. Don't do that to your wife.
Oh, no. I thought she would like it, though.
No.
Because it's like a new skill that I have learned.
No, you only manipulate people that... Oh, wait. I was going to say that you like, but I really like Scott. Oh, I think I need to do some soul searching.
Wink.
And that's where we're gonna go to Nick Nack and Robin.
So I'm looking for like maybe poisons, but mostly like I said, like drugs that would be especially like mind altering or anything that like would be natural based that I might be able to detect in this food or drink.
Okay.
So I feel like survival is appropriate for
Yes.
that. Okay, cool. Then I have a 26.
Okay, and what did you have on your crafting?
20.
All right, so both of you, and you're both checking the food out.
Food and drink.
You both know that there is no
Just in case.
poison in any of it.
Okay, and all right.
Why are you even here?
It seems alright, Nick Nack.
I've looked everything I could find, and there's just. I mean, I put it underneath the whole. I didn't want to, I thought I didn't ever gonna like have dinner together later or what friends do. But anyway, I didn't want to ruin my appetite.
Do you want to just eat? I mean, I am a little hungry.
Well, I guess if it's not poison.
It looks good.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to sit with these people. Wait, were we doing something? Oh yeah, so.
Yeah, we're checking it out.
So just to give you a better description,
Yeah.
the tables are just like long tables that everyone's sitting at. So
Yeah.
there's no like alone tables. Like think
Well, we
Harry
could sit-
Potter
we
style.
could
Oh,
sit on
like
the
like
floor.
Harold Potter.
But we're super confident right now, aren't
Yeah.
we?
For like eight
that's-
more
More minutes, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I kind of do want to sit with people. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe we could get some information.
Well, I mean, look, if we're trying to help, get Brian and Brian. Was it Brian?
With Brian.
Probably Brian.
It was Brian,
Yeah,
sure.
Brian,
yeah.
it was right, Burn. So we need to get him, and then we also have to help Krug. Maybe
Yeah.
I can't tell if Krug's stuck or is just eating.
He's just eating right now.
Yeah.
He's eating.
I mean, Krug seems okay.
So we gonna have to sit with them. We should meet some new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try.
So you guys just gonna find like the first open spot
Heck
that's
yeah.
not.
Is Brian in here?
You can roll perception to see if you spot him.
Let's see if he's here. We can factor that in. That is a 16.
You don't spot him, but
Okay.
you know he's
Cool.
around here. If you
Um,
spent more time, it's possible you
can't see him. It's not super important, I think. We'll just sit with people, right?
Yeah. It's
I
gonna be
think
great.
the people who look friendly. If there's maybe just like a couple people who are more or less alone, and we can make like a 4 people situation.
So the two of you find a spot there's 2 seats next to each other, and everything else is kind of full up. And so you walk over. Around you there is a dwarf, an elf. There is someone who looks to be like almost drow-esque. There is a tiefling. There is a lizard folk. There's a gnome.
Cool.
There's like literally every ancestry that has like that you all are aware of are all sitting at these tables, shoulder to shoulder with each other.
When Robin sits down, she first says "hello" in Gnomish, and then says it again in Common.
They all look at you. Oh, welcome so much. It's been great. We've had multiple new people today. How are you doing today?
You recognize
I am
this is
also
you.
here. Hello, my name is Nick Nack.
Yeah.
Hello, Nick Nack. What's your name?
Way.
Wei?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. This is a lovely town you all got here.
Yes. Guyana is a sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's
wonderful.
real nice. How come
Wonderful
no one
fisher.
ever tries to come and like take all your stuff? Because it's all real cool. It's just, like
I heard there was some trouble with that.
Yeah.
Right? You've been having issue with other people?
Not here. We've learned to defend ourselves here,
Sure.
but we have been venturing out, and we did have an issue, at least that we found out. Kellendale, we reached out and built a built a church out there and they burned it down.
No.
Everyone's okay,
With
which is
fire?
yes, everyone's okay, which is the
That's
important
good. That is
part.
important. Well, that is the most important part for sure. But I mean, that's not right. People
Why did they
shouldn't do
burn
that
it
to
down?
you.
Was it like just very flammable, or did they felt like they had to give it a try, or what?
I don't think people like our message.
Oh.
Is it your message to
Well,
kind of just like
We like
be
messages.
cool and hang out with your gods?
I mean, our main message is that there shouldn't be any sort of economical inequality, and we feel that everyone should just be equal.
Hey, from one way to all of you, I would say that makes a lot of sense. I can get on board with that. I would never burn down anything of yours just for that.
No,
I can imagine who would.
This is the problem is that a lot of people they have power and they feel that if they were equal with others that they would somehow lose power, but that's not the truth.
Yeah.
It's just bringing everyone else up to them.
If I can ask, I don't see sort of like communities like this very often. You mentioned that you have ways of like protecting yourself here. How do you manage that?
I mean, we have people who have powers and abilities here.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's
there's
not
a lot of
uncommon.
people I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
uncommon, you know.
Sure.
And people want to defend what they feel is strong, and we have weapons.
I heard Moss the Magnificent is wandering around.
I'm not
Are you
quite
familiar?
sure who that is. Oh,
You don't-
wait,
Hold on. You don't know. They don't know. You don't know Moss the Magnificent.
What?
Knick-knack, Moss the Magnificent,
Oh,
the most
okay,
magnificent moss
I know
in
who
the sun
Moss
of the
is.
wall.
Wait, I never heard all the stuff added to that. None of her names is complicated.
It is not a name you're going to forget, I can tell you.
Was
Exactly.
was she the one that went up on stage?
Noise with the blue hair?
Yes.
Radiant?
Yes.
Never heard of her. You're just kidding. Yes.
Yeah, no. Tonight was the
Funny,
first time
great
we had seen her before.
Yeah, well, you'll probably be seeing a lot of her face on pictures and everything. She's destined for great things.
Well, maybe we'll see her tonight at while we sing and perform tonight.
Yeah.
How much time has passed?
It's been like 5 minutes. You still have a couple more
Cool.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking in.
Great
Hey, do y'all
wingman.
have any like cool like ceremonies that happen whenever someone joins your cool club, or like I just figure it's like a party or something.
We
cool
share
cake.
open arms and a hug. That's what we share with those people who join us.
Wow. It's all it takes to join you, just a hug?
I mean, wanting to join us, of course, yes.
Is the hug really special? Is it like a secret handshake?
Well, all
hug?
hugs are special, aren't they?
It's from a loving new family.
Wow. If I'm being honest, and I am being honest, that sounds. It all sounds lovely. Everything you all do here. It sounds really good.
Hey, so where's all the money go that you take from the people?
Yeah, I mean it's a fair question.
It just
I
seems
suppose.
like you're like, well, I mean, because I was trying to figure out, like cash flow. Would you guys say that?
You pull it
It's like,
together, right?
You take the money and then you divide, but but like there's got to be like an accountant or something.
So basically,
bank.
you see everything that's around us, right? Well, that had to be built. That had to be created. It's not like this just came from the ground. Of course, we all worked hard, but we were much smaller before. And as we've grown, we've had to hire people to come in. Some of the people that help us and protect us, we have to pay them because they aren't one of us, at least yet. It also costs money to build new locations at other cities.
Rebuild sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And so, that's where our money goes. It goes to helping and saving other people.
Do y'all have like a accounting department? Like who takes care? Like who's in charge of the numbers?
That would probably be a Jim question. She swats
You're
away
all
a fly around her. She's like, this time of year, there seems to be a lot of flies.
Really? Every year around this time?
Yeah, it's just the weather. And
I mean, well, yeah.
You would think it'd be spring or summer, but
roll knowledge nature.
Cool.
Nani.
26, but I think it's actually a 24. No, it's not 26.
26.
dang.
It's not one of the ones.
The type of weather that is currently going on here is not a natural
Okay.
fly like attractor because they do like moisture.
Oh, okay.
So flies being around is probably not normal unless there's
Sure.
like
There is no like.
It's not a weather thing.
Okay.
It's not a weather thing. It could be due to excess of food or something that may be rotting, but you can't smell anything.
Hey, Robin, do you think the flies are from like dead bodies or something? Because my mind immediately jumped to that thing.
Before I respond to that, does you need to roll to not be heard by the other people?
No, I'm great.
Yes.
I love it.
One, yes, and then at the end of that roll, that is when your potion wears out.
What am I rolling? Deception? Perception?
No, you're rolling a stealth to try and be quiet.
No, I'm good. That's 14 plus 6. That's 20 plus. This thing is
you're good.
Cool.
You're good.
Cool.
You good.
And you said it wears off. Possibly.
I feel like we should go look for it. Oh wait, is it ended?
You know, it has been great talking to you. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. I don't know if you're familiar with the
I have to use the bathroom!
And she has to use the bathroom, so we're gonna go! And I stand up and just like, we like link arms and just like walk off.
It's the bathroom thing. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
you
it.
know.
This girl's going to the bathroom.
It's a girl thing.
Krug, you 100% recognize Nick Nack's voice. I gotta go to the bathroom!
Is that lady okay?
I think she needs to use the restroom. And she says, kind of with a laugh. After dinner tonight, we are going to go down and Jim's going to give us another little bit of a sermon and then, a meeting, sorry, not a sermon. And we're going to all sing.
That sounds fun. Is that an invite?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's wonderful. I would love to attend. Where?
We'll take you. I assume you're not familiar with the layout of everything.
No, I'm not.
So after we eat, we'll go and head over there. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Moss, what are you doing?
Love to join a cult. Love to join a cult because I want some D. I am going back to Scott's place.
Okay.
Where he's going to acquire me for dinner, which is super not weird.
Can we say anything normally on this show?
So you walk to Scott's door, and I assume you knock on it, or do you just open
Kick
it?
it down.
Wait for him there.
Yes, but okay. So you just stand outside.
No, I'm gonna just go in.
Oh, good. I'm just asking what your action is once
No,
you're
I'm
there.
going
It's
to
Moss
walk.
the Magnificent. She goes in.
Yeah, I'm just going in.
So you walk inside and you notice that the room is pretty much empty. There's living stuff. There is his bed is there. There's clothing. Like you can tell that he lives in it, but he's currently not in it.
All right. Well, Moss is going to pull her robe down like this, and like sit on his mattress, and like
His mattress
not
on the
like
floor.
too sexy, just like kind of be like, she's gonna pull a book from his bookshelf and just like start reading it. So she looks like a very like beautiful figure when he walks in. She's like very smart and interesting.
So as you're like
She like enchants her hair to be extra shiny.
you're getting ready, you're getting set up, and as you finally feel like you're in a good spot, Scott and Jim walk into the door, and that's where we're gonna take our break.
Hey.
All right, so we're gonna be taking a break for a quick 15 minutes. Go to the restroom, get some water, do whatever you need to do. We'll be right back.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't you need some sort of license to handle blood?
Well, yeah, I'm just handling my own.
I know, but if you want
this
blood
like
every
a
day.
business.
But if you want anybody else to... Oh, are we going?
I was gonna start talking about.
Why did you start screaming?
Have you heard of the jewelry place where if you send them teeth, they'll buy teeth off you? Like if you lose a tooth
Oh,
and then they
yeah.
give you jewelry?
I have heard of
These are the conversations we have on break, by the way. We were talking about blood and handling blood and teeth and yeah.
I was just talking about putting blood into dice.
Yeah.
I have dice molds. It's
Have
not
you heard
that
of
hard.
Die Hard dice?
Well, that's what I'm going to call them now.
Not a Spawn.
No,
but
Die Hard is actually a name of a company.
You should work with them.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Literally Die Hard dice.
we are heading back in. Let's see. Who should we start with?
What's happened?
You're finishing off food, correct, crew?
Yes,
So,
and then going to another sermon.
yeah, is there any sort of?
Meeting.
It's a meeting. They don't call them sermons.
Well, they do. Then they just correct themselves.
Yeah.
They say,
I mean, we all make mistakes sometimes by naming things wrong. Okay. Is there any information you're going to try to obtain from her between?
Yeah, I want to know her name first of all.
Random name generator. Felicia.
Oh, I like Felicia.
Do you know who my name generator is?
Boss
Jonas.
dog.
Jokes. Okay, I will write down Felicia.
Okay.
And then, that's all I wanted. I need her.
That's all you wanted to know.
I need
When
her name
you-
for later reference.
Wait, a short aside. When you hear the name Felicia, now do you think of Felicia Day or do you think of like Bye Felicia?
I think about Felicia Day.
Felicia Day.
It's both, but Felicia Day first, and then shortly after.
In
Bye
this
Felicia.
circumstances, Felicia Day, but normally it's Bye Felicia.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You asked me, and I'm going to be the only one that doesn't answer the question.
Great.
I like that. Is that the only information you're trying to obtain?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I need Felicia's name.
Moss,
Yes.
as you begin to cover yourself,
Yeah. I'm like, hi, Scott. Oh, hello.
Jim goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. I didn't mean to interrupt anything."
Oh, it's fine. I was just, it's very warm in here, and so, nothing. Just letting the air touch my skin.
I get that. It's completely fine.
What a completely normal thing to say. Letting the air touch my skin.
Airing out my skin.
Scott and I are ready for dinner if you are.
Yes, I'm, Scott, it is a very nice, place you have here. I was just perusing your bookshelf. I'll just put this back.
He just reaches over and takes your hand and says, "Let's go." Like,
Yes, let's go to dinner.
so, as you start walking off, you can see that where there's like a large congregation of people that are clearly like in a line eating food, he's taking you off in like almost a separate direction.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
So Jim's very interested in talking with you, and Scott's kind of, a little bit back behind, but still there and present in the conversation.
Okay.
But Jim is definitely taking front and center in this conversation.
All right.
So, Moss.
Yes, Jim.
What are you doing in this area?
Well, you see, I was very well known and famous in my little area before, and I felt that I had outgrown it. So I made a great pilgrimage beyond the walls, and I am now here to expand my audience base. I think that my performance has a great effect upon many people, and I'm just trying to bring that joy to the world at large.
Well, I'm sure everyone here would love to hear you perform. What kind of performance do you do? Singing, dancing?
Oh, well, all of it. You see, Scott, I'm very well trained from a young age. I can dance, I can sing, and I am a sorceress, so you do get the sparkle and shine on top of all of that. And I was very attracted to your little, not so little enclave here. You really have a dedicated family.
Yes, we've grown. I can remember only maybe even 3 years ago, we were just 40 people.
40 people to what, 900? 1,000?
922 people.
That is just 922 people. That's just amazing. That's amazing. 922. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. I had frequent audiences like that at my concerts in my little hovel of a town, but as I said, I think that I can do better than that. Perhaps we can help each other.
Yes, why don't we have a dinner and we can talk where you can join us tonight. We're going to have a small meeting together, and we'll definitely be plenty of singing and quite a bit of dancing. But yes, it would be wonderful.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to such things. You see, as I said, the singing and the dancing, it comes with a little extra, so.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
he opens the door to what seems to be a hut, and from the outside you can see that it's fully lit. There are multiple people inside. The center of the room there is a table that has very nice plates. There is a full roasted turkey in the center of it. Please come join me.
Well, this is quite phenomenal. This is just for the leaders of this organization?
Well, I felt that with a new guest of your talent, you might want to be treated correctly.
Well, I very much appreciate that, and you're not particularly wrong. I do enjoy the finer things in life, and she looks at Scott and winks at him.
He smiles.
Yeah.
He goes, please sit down. Go ahead and start. I'll just be one moment. Roll me a perception check for me.
Hoo-hoo! Hee-hee! Aha! Oh, hee-hee, hey, oh. No, 10.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. It was gonna be great.
You see Jim leave the room.
Yeah. Scott sits down, and Jim heads off into another room. A couple of people come in and ask you, "Would you like anything to drink?"
Do you have any wine?
Yes, we do.
Oh, I would love some wine.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Scott, the same, and he says, "No, Flavor Aid's fine." And the person leaves the room.
Flavor Aid?
Yes! Oh, you've got to try some. It's a wonderful drink. They've actually managed to get the flavor of different fruits into just kind of water. It's almost like wine, but non-alcoholic.
Oh, well, that's boring.
Well, it's not fermented, so I'm sure.
But could you ferment it?
Don't think you could ferment it, but you could probably put other things inside of it, and it would be kind of a good, maybe like a mixed drink. Maybe you could take the drinks and mix them.
Okay.
like a mixed drink.
Some kind of mixed drink situation.
We could call them mixers.
Well, Scott, I just thank you so much for bringing me here.
No, I'm so excited that you found me.
I'm so excited that I found you.
And he puts his hand on your hand, and he stares at you, and he's kind of starts to lean in, and Jim walks into the room.
God damn it, Jim.
They all are. And he sits down. And you notice that when Jim has returned, Jim actually has a crown on his head. You can roll another perception to get information about that.
I would also maybe like to do some lore if this does not work. God, Jesus, fuck. 9 perception.
You do have a hero point.
What could I do for lore? Would theater
Could you do
lore
society
serve
or
me
something? Don't you have really good society?
I do have really good society. Can I do society?
Sure.
For this crown.
That he pulled out of his butt.
Okay, that's better.
The crown he pulled out his butt.
Butt crown.
So the crown is clearly not of royal standing. It is definitely something that has been handmade.
Okay.
Just a bunch of spoons.
From what you can tell, it looks to be made out of iron.
All right.
It could be spoons.
Why, Jim? That is quite the headpiece that you have there.
Thank you. It's to commemorate our meal and have this with us.
Is this something that you wear often?
No, I try not to.
So it's a special occasion brought out for me. You see, I have much the same collection of witch hats. I have I have many that I have had custom made for me over the years, and they all signify different things. I'm afraid I did not wear my most fancy one tonight. I did not know that I would be in the presence of a crown bearer.
Don't even worry about it. The other thing that is very obvious, but you don't necessarily think it's strange, but he's still wearing his sunglasses.
All right. Jim, I've been told many times, and I do believe that that the eyes are the window to the soul. I would very much like to look into yours.
And he kind of leans in a little bit, and you can see through the tint. He's like, "Oh, I'm not hiding. It's just, I'm a little sensitive to light."
Oh, well, we're all sensitive to different things, so I completely understand where that's coming from. Carry on. I meant no disrespect. You cut quite a striking figure. I think as someone who myself strikes quite a striking figure. I relate to the theatrical performance here. Now, what exactly urged you to create this movement? I mean, you have a very strong mission statement, but from a young age, did you think that you needed to help people find themselves? Because I certainly have.
I don't think everyone needs to take their own journey to find themselves, but I wanted to be the person that helped someone when they needed it. I felt this was the best way.
And now you're helping nearly 1,000 people.
And growing!
Yes.
By the day.
Truly incredible. And you said it's only been a couple of years.
Yes. We have grown quite a bit.
Do you have a main goal for this?
I mean, I would love to see everyone be equal, but I am a man of realistic goals. I understand that that's not something that I can, nor do I want to force on people. But I do hope that, my God can see the work that I've done and I will be rewarded. Why do I even say that? I'm being rewarded now.
Well, yes, most people do really clamor to have dinner with me.
Well, as I always say, why wait for heaven? Your reward should be now.
And your god is Abadar, correct?
Yes.
Now, I've always been more of a Calastria girl myself, but...
Well, your faith is completely fine. No, really.
I'm not particularly sold on it. I'm saying...
I am not trying to sell you on Abadar. Don't get me wrong. The faith in which we carry, they have gained the faith of Abadar because of what has been given to them. Abadar does give many gifts to us.
I can see that.
As you're speaking, you start to also notice that there's kind of a good amount of flies in the room.
Okay.
Not like you're being swarmed, but there's
Religion, please.
knowledge religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abadar flies.
Which plague is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which plague is this?
Oh Lord, that is a 1.
I would say you've got a hero point.
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point it again.
Yeah.
Do you want to use dice that aren't those? Because you seem to roll horribly with
I
them.
do roll horribly with these.
Use the
Yes.
fire dice.
Yes, fire dice. That's much better.
That worked.
So that would be religion. That is 22.
You know for a fact that flies are not a symbol of Abadar.
Would I have any other input on why?
Why flies aren't?
Why flies are around?
So knowledge religion, with that high of a knowledge religion, you would know that there are some faiths that the sacred animal is flies.
That was aggressive.
With a 26, I will tell
22.
A 22. With a 22, I can either tell you what faith has flies as a sacred animal, or I can tell you what the crown symbolizes.
Oh
Wow.
no! It's the flies. I want to know the flies.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know that
The crown symbolizes royalty. We all know that.
Yeah.
you know that there is a god that has a sacred animal of flies, and that is Beelzebub.
Oh,
These are the good ones I hear.
Lawful Goodland, right?
Yeah. Paladins love him.
I hear he has a devil set aside for me.
I heard that he's like
Yeah,
really into playing
yeah.
the fiddle
It's a song.
Hmm.
ish.
I hear his horn broke off, got turned into a guitar pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. But flies can also just be flies.
Maybe he's stinky.
So now that
You just
you
felt
now
that.
that you know that piece of information,
Yeah.
let's head back to Knick Knack and Robin.
Okay. Can we find Remy? Is that all right with you?
Oh, hey! Oh, I can't
The door
believe...
just kicked out.
Oh, no, you just ran into me.
We're outdoors. We're
We were going around the corner. We were all there.
Can we hide? Can we just hide for
Can we
a
hide?
minute?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, I'm going back into town
No,
to find you.
I'm gonna start shoving
What?
Remy into
Wait,
behind a tree or
no,
something.
no, hold on.
Remy, we've been through a lot. We can
Oh,
catch
what's
up.
wrong? What happened?
We just come.
I think
talked to people.
I think there's dead bodies. There's flies. So that seems like that was a clue for dead bodies.
There's flies, so
Okay,
that's a clue for dead bodies.
There are a lot of
I
flies.
did jump to a conclusion. Yes.
It's possible.
I wasn't inferring you were jumping to a conclusion. I was saying that like if you
Are you just repeating information that I
Yeah,
said?
exactly.
Okay, to make
It helps me to
reinforcing
process.
So you remember.
Yeah.
Can I still smell there's like a somewhat rotting smell, right, that I picked up inside? No?
No,
It wasn't?
in fact,
no,
I
that's
specifically
right.
said
Yeah,
that there
okay.
wasn't.
Right. I think I want to try and see if I can locate like a concentration of flies now that we're like outside. If
Sure.
I can like see a spot where they are or where they might be. Probably perception to spot that out. 13.
A 13?
Wait, did I use my hero point?
Yeah, you did.
I did. Okay, sure.
Um,
Yes, that's right.
so you don't see a congregation, but you do as you're looking around notice that there is a lot more flies in this area than there was even on the way here.
Okay.
Like it seems that something that's going on here, that there are flies.
Is there a building nearby, or are we just outside?
There are a bunch of buildings.
Yeah.
You're currently outside, but there's a bunch of buildings.
I would like to use my architecture lore that I didn't think I was going to get to use to see if I can figure out like
Where's the fly house?
Yeah, where's the fly house? Like which of these buildings look like they don't serve the purpose that they are supposed to, or in the city plan, like what building sticks out as not being good, or it looks like a big storehouse or something.
How
like
much time are you willing to spend on this? It's a key, very important question.
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, so
Yeah.
like maybe looking around a little bit and
Yeah.
trying to get a good view. Okay, roll it.
Yeah, and we can both follow you while you're doing this.
That's a 24.
Ooh.
And I would catch up on everything that we talked about, that we learned.
Well, yeah.
So you definitely can see that there are a lot of buildings that are very similar. You can tell which homes are. You can tell which homes are. I get distracted every time that happens. You see most of the houses are homes. You see a couple of places that are like larger, where you can tell the events are being held there. You can also manage to see that there is a location of a building that's larger than even the like main like temple, or where people have gone to pray, that is off to the side by themselves. It seems weird, but it's not necessarily like a fly specific location. It's not like a big old fly swatter.
That'd be good.
Well, shaped like a big bee. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Buzz.
Well, I mean, according to what my studies, I feel like that big old building down there is probably full of secrets.
A secret building full of sweet secrets.
Yeah. Wait, where's the rest of our party, guy? I feel
No,
like
see, that's why. Okay, I was gonna ask you if you know where Krug is, because I was going to.
start having dinner.
Oh, there was food and nobody came to get me. Are you serious?
Well, we just left the food place. You know how many times we talked to people?
Oh, that's okay. I was following mostly Magnificent because she told me not to. She told me to go back to the caravan, but then wink.
What?
Oh, sure.
So then I follow her. I see her talking to Scott. Scott.
Okay, all right.
Scott, the hero.
The sexy one.
The sexy
She
one.
keeps saying it.
With the bottom half drawing.
Did you see him when we were back at that first tent? Did you get a good look at him?
A little bit, but just like
we
Moss
gotta look at him
said
as a
the
cool
word
look.
sexy like a lot, so I just memorized that
Yeah,
part.
Sure.
So they had a discussion, and then Scott invited her to I think what she said is to have a proper fuck or something
Whoa.
back at the cottage, and
Okay.
and then right now currently Mostly Magnificent is having dinner with Scott and
Nice.
and with Jim.
Whoa!
Oh.
Wait,
Oh.
maybe.
And I think she said the last thing I
sorry.
saw. Hold on,
One moment.
wait. One, sorry. This is very important.
Okay,
She
yeah,
did say,
yeah.
in fact, that like she would be okay with me following her. I think if I would not get caught. But then I think she said wink, or I said wink,
Why are you following her then?
because I thought she didn't want me to. She
We
said
should know
you
where
can
the-
follow me, but I think wink. I think wink.
God. Okay, here's the thing. I want to check out that building, knick-knack.
The
But
secrets.
I also feel like we
The
should go
secrets building.
check in on Moss and make sure that she's okay.
Yeah, I think
she's
she's
with
gonna
John.
get turned into a cultist like in about 3 seconds, so we don't go
No,
in there.
I see. Most Magnificent is the best and the most talented of us all. Scott said so. So
Yeah.
that means that it's probably true. That's the perspective that everyone else has. That's sort of where I'm falling anyway.
The people here seem nice, but I mean, I don't know. I'm still a little skeeved out by this Jim fella. Like,
Do you think that if two out of the 5 of us don't return to this mission, that we failed the mission? Because I'm starting to feel like maybe 2 of us are going to join the cult, and then...
No, I think if one of us doesn't return, we've failed to some degree.
Well,
Ideally, we all get
like,
out of here.
From my perspective, if one of us does not return, dependent on which one of us it is, we fail. But if it's like everyone except for you, I think we succeed.
That's really mean to say.
No, I don't mean like.
I feel like
I just like no.
put it all out there.
For me personally, I would feel like a failure if any of my really close friends died, especially
Maybe-
my wife.
I feel you, babe. And look, to be totally honest, I mean,
Nick!
I would feel the most bad if it were you or Krug or Moss. But I mean, I would feel like we had definitely not done our job and we had failed if Nick had died. Maybe it's because we spent more time together. We had a very confident 10 minutes in
It's
there.
true. We
Wonderful
were like
dinner.
killing it.
Yeah, killing it.
Yeah.
We went to we used the bathroom excuse. Now we're here.
Yeah.
We should check in on Moss.
Well, I don't know where she is,
Okay.
but we do know where this building is. Do we want to? I seriously think Moss is going to be fine because she is with Scott.
Okay.
And Scott
Okay,
seemed
okay.
really kept putting his hand on her hand and was very protective. And I mean, if they did in fact get a proper fuck on,
Yeah. I guess we wouldn't want to interrupt that if they're here right now. Okay, let's check out the house, and then we'll go to see how Moss is doing.
Why do I play these characters? I don't even know.
Now Krug is in there. He seemed like he was fine.
maybe we. Oh, so we don't need to get Krug.
He seemed okay, right, Nick?
They
I
sound
feel
fine.
like Krug, I mean, he probably heard me yell about the bathroom, so I feel like he could pick up on that. And if he knew to leave, he could
He would
say
have been
had
here
to
by
leave the
now if he
bathroom.
wanted to come with us.
Yeah.
Wait, when you want to leave a social interaction, you just say you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, like loud.
I used to use it all the time.
That's
back
so
home.
good.
I haven't had to use it since we've been on the road, but like when I had the family dinners, like before I ran away, that was every other night.
So let's go back to Krug. Now, Krug, after you finish eating, do you try any of the other soups or stews? Or
No, but I do have a question.
Now you know what stews are.
Now that I know what stews are, for Felicia. I was noticing during the
Felicia Dusk.
I guess you called it what'd you call it? That wasn't a strategy. Meeting. During the meeting that I caught the tail end of there, that Jim and there was one other person on stage. Were wearing like similar outfits. They look real nice. Is that like a uniform or something?
No. So I think I believe you're talking about Scott.
Oh,
You said the other person. Brian
Yeah.
was also up there, but you
that's funny. I
mentioned.
know it's Scott, but all right.
So Jim is up there, and Jim is wearing the garb that is best represented for Abadar. Abadar is very much about gold and silver, and his symbol is a key. And so Jim, when he presents to us in our meetings, he likes to adorn those things to basically speak Abadar's words through him, and the best way to become a conduit is to emulate, I guess it would be the correct term.
I see. And so that must mean that he's the only Abadar worshiper among you. Is that right?
No, we all are, but he's the one that's brought us all together, so he's kind of a little bit, I guess, a pedestal, maybe a little bit higher. He's the one that brought us all here together. He's the one that tells us what we need to build and what we need to grow so that we can thrive and move forward.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And especially, I mean, forgive me, I don't know very much about religions. It's not really something that they taught us at the monastery, but is that like an Abadar teaching? Like follow the leader, the one who will guide you to salvation? Or is that, I mean, I just don't know. I'm kind of curious as to what the whole, what the teachings of Abadar is.
So Jim isn't our leader. Jim is our beacon.
I see.
He is our shining light. He's our golden shining light in these dark times. And has a whole entire team of people he listens to and works with
Oh.
to make sure that we're all taken care of. And then he, of course, spends time with us individually as well to make sure that we are also taken care of.
And so this Scott fellow is a part of his team. Is that?
Yes.
I see.
Scott is actually one of the more recent people that have joined us. But Jim saw great promise in him and saw that he had great power. And so he has been bringing him and keeping him close and teaching him. Some believe that one day when Jim passes, Abadar forbid,
Of course.
that that Scott would actually be the one that would take his place.
Wow. That's some pretty big shoes to fill, if I'm understanding correctly.
I mean, that's the rumor. No such things have been said, but
Just like insight check really quick. Just, make sure that...
I guess a perception.
Just that's what I meant. You'll excuse my force of habit.
Don't you run an educational Pathfinder show?
Yeah, but it's not this one.
What's it called? Game Gorgon? On
Yeah.
QueueTimes.com? Wow.
On QueueTimes.com.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess you can find it there, can't you?
15?
a 15?
Yeah.
Okay. And what information are you trying to see?
I'm just making sure that I didn't hear any, information.
She is not speaking any sort of falsehoods that
She's aware of. Okay, that's fair. Do you want me to roll multiple times for the, that was like an hour and a half of... Okay, cool. Cool, just making sure.
I also imagine that this was happening on the way to
Yes,
the meeting. Is
absolutely.
that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start to get closer to a third building, right?
Yeah.
You've gone from the first meeting location to where you've eaten, and now you're going to another meeting location. You can start to hear the clapping,
Ooh.
the singing. Everyone's swaying inside the place, and you can hear their feet stomping, and they're singing. And she goes, "Now don't be afraid to let that light inside of you shine out. When it calls to all of us, trust me."
Oh, I'm feeling the music. Don't worry about me. And I start to, really poorly, just
Stick with me. We'll make sure that you get treated nicely.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
So, Moss.
Nanny.
Jim starts eating and starts having his food. Starts eating the turkey. The helper comes out and supplies you with your wine and flavor for Scott. Scott goes, "Would you like to try some?"
If you feed me.
You're making me blush.
That's the idea, Scott.
He puts the cup out and slowly tries to not dribble it on you.
She wants it to drink.
It tastes pretty good. It has the strange flavor of Kool-Aid.
Not
Out of
that I would know
character.
that.
Out of character
Yeah.
flavor.
Well, that's very sweet.
Yes, it's nice.
I think that I will stick with wine. Are you not drinking
No,
anymore?
it's been nice. By choice, of course. It's not a thing for the Kin's Temple. Don't.
No, we had such a great night around that fire, though.
We will have many a great nights. Trust me.
Is that a promise?
Yes. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like this around the world that gets you as high as being here. Trust me.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think that a screaming audience is probably the highest I've been, but...
Well, you can get that here, too. Jim kind of just watches the interaction between the two of you. So, Moss,
Yes, Jim.
you should, after dinner, you've already agreed to come and perform and be with us.
Oh, absolutely.
We're kind of low on rooms. Do you think it's possible that you could share a room with Scott?
I mean, as much as I would be absolutely fine with that, I do have my own wagon.
Oh, great.
But
You should bring it into town.
no, my horse, you see, she's very...
You don't trust him.
My horse is rather fussy. She's a fussy horse, and
Oh, well, we'll make sure she gets taken care of. We've got plenty of people.
I have my own little crew out there, but I will stay within the walls, and
I mean, you're free to come and go. Don't feel that this is me keeping you here.
Oh, I don't feel that way at all. I just, I have staff, and my staff, they are outside the walls. I think that they You see, they're not like us. They feel the need to escape the city walls if necessary.
That is why I created this place. That's why the walls are merely...
Non-existent, no gate. So welcoming.
That's the plan.
So welcoming. I asked you once before earlier, but I think that, now that we have some grape aid inside of us, I ask again, do you have a main goal with this place? I'm very interested to see how our goals align. Business talk,
Business talk. Well, I feel that if you join us and you find a home here and you find that you feel welcomed and you enjoy being here, of course, again, all on your free will.
Of course. No one pressures Lost the Magnificent to do anything that she does not want to do.
We would love for you to be, with a lack of a better term, our face. You could
really
adventure out with our groups that are setting up new locations and maybe possibly bringing in a crowd so that this crowd of a mere 900 could be in the thousands.
So, if I was performing, I would be performing on your behalf, not my behalf?
I would say it would be on our behalf. As your name would be growing just as much as ours.
Well, I'm interested in such things, but I think that I need to truly believe in the message that you are spreading before I could offer you my skills.
Wonderful. I think that won't be too difficult. You heard a lot that happened in our meeting earlier today, and you said you'll join us on our others, and so you'll hear our message. You'll see the love in every single one of those faces out in the crowd.
Oh yes, and I'm sure that Scott will. She grabs his hand. Will really help me see the light here.
Absolutely. I'm sure Scott would be more than happy to also go out with you on these locations.
Sorry. Yes, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to show me what you found here?
You could call me your bodyguard. How's that?
Oh, Harry?
No, I'm saying I could be your bodyguard.
Oh, you would be my bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you're much better than Herring.
I hope so.
But Jim, I don't know if you know this, but Scott and I come from the same land.
I've heard very much about
Yes.
about your land. It's actually one of the reasons why I was intrigued when I heard that you were here.
We were the most famous people there. Just poised to be the most famous people of all time. Scott, grabbing hand.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, I am very interested to know more. I need to know all the secrets if I am to truly be the face of such a thing. But I'm willing.
Great. And as Scott says, great. Someone comes to the door and goes, yes, the meetings have begun. Everyone is arriving. As soon as you are all ready, we have prepped the area for you.
Prepped the area?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
We made sure that the seats were ready for you on stage.
Oh, well, that's much less exciting than I was expecting, but I suppose that I shall be all right with that.
Wonderful. Jim looks over and says, yes, Scott, could you please take Moss? I will just need a minute.
It was so nice to meet you, Jem. I am so looking forward to working with you.
We will have plenty of time, my dear, plenty of time.
I am so looking forward to knowing your views.
I can't wait for you to share them.
I already do, I believe.
Let's move over to the three of you.
So we're going to this building.
All right, so I'll break down the door.
Well,
One of you goes around the back.
What?
We can. You could let me come to that, babe. But let's just get a look in.
Oh, shoot.
See what it's all about. What's up?
Moss has my bastard sword.
No, let's definitely not be kicking down any doors yet.
I don't need a sword to kick down the door.
No, I know. But if you kick down a door and someone there wants to fight, you're gonna wish you had your bastard sword.
I'll just grab a tray and I'll crack him over the head.
Right.
I have a lot of experience with that, and I've
Just
never
take
done
a
that
quick
across the
look.
wall.
Let me just peek in. Let's just look.
All right, we're peeking.
Are there windows?
Are there windows?
But there's walls.
What?
What?
Just like goddamn mama.
There are no windows. There are
Okay.
only doors and walls.
How many doors?
Are you gonna walk around the building?
Yeah, let's check.
Are you
the
gonna
perimeter.
stealth it, or are
Let's
you just
check
gonna
the,
be like?
I mean, yeah. Let's do
Let's-
stealth. Let's
let's
like
all
check the
roll.
perimeter.
So everyone roll a stealth and roll me a perception.
Cool. Stealth perception. Yikes. Okay.
That's a yikes.
That's 11 and 11.
Oh.
It's above average twice.
I'm gonna use my hero point.
Mine's a 12 and a 23.
That's a 20.
No, it was not a natural 20. We'll see if I ever roll one of those again. No. So my stealth, stealth is a 13. My perception is a 24.
And what did you get for your stealth and
Oh,
perception?
my stealth was 12 and my my perception was 23.
So it doesn't seem like any of you were that stealthy.
Nah.
No.
But all three of you, as you're close to the building, you smell rancid. It's
Mm.
rancid smell. It smells like a mix of rot and acidic.
Does it seem like it's coming from inside
Oh,
this
yeah.
building? Oh, the stench is coming from inside the house.
Definitely coming from Remy.
I'm sorry, everyone. Is that me?
No, it's coming from
I'm
in there.
pretty sure it's the building.
Does this smell like Brian? Does this smell like Brian?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Brian was just grime.
Okay.
Maybe
This
we
smells worse than Brian, and that is saying something.
Yeah.
should try to like jimmy open one of these doors. Or
I can
or
kick it down.
Or just open it. Like maybe it's not
Yeah,
locked.
hold on to kicking. It's possible. Let's just try to open it. And we
Yeah.
can try to unlock it. And if that fails, babe, of course, kick it down. But
Well,
Is the door locked?
Are you going
we
to
try the door.
So you try the door, and the door is in fact locked.
How about the other doors?
I want to try every.
We'll try all the
single-
doors.
All of the doors are locked.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Remy starts tightening
Hold on.
their boot.
How are you with the whole?
Wait, are they
unlocking
barefoot?
thing?
I think Remy's barefoot.
I think so.
Tightening their foot.
What's your thievery? It's the last one, thievery.
A 0, nothing.
I have a +2, so I'm
And I've got a
gonna,
-1, baby.
gonna crack my knuckles, slap myself with some guidance, and roll with a +3 total.
Slap in the guidance. Slap in the guidance.
Okay, that's an 18.
Oh,
So
To pick the lock.
you fiddle with the lock a little
And I want
bit.
to like the back door, like whatever is the least street facing.
So you fiddle with the lock a little bit, and you hear a click. And you just open it just enough to know that it's
Okay.
open.
All right. I'm fairly sneaky, so I'm gonna step in and just make sure the coast is clear, and then I'll wave my little hand out. Okay.
Okay.
No, she's so good at this. You're going to be so impressed. Like, trust me.
15.
So as you push the door slowly open, the stench just wafts out, and it's just like it punches you in the face. That's how strong it is. You fight.
How much damage do I take?
you manage to fight yourself and open the door, and as you do that, you can hear the very clear bubbling sounds from inside.
Hey, is there anyone in there?
Hold on. That's what. Is anyone in here? Should I roll perception for that?
Yes.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. 1 + 8 is 9.
Critical miss.
There is no one in there.
Yeah, the coast is clear, but something's bubbling. So
Oh, the
be
coast is
careful.
clear and something's bobbling.
Okay.
Maybe it's poison.
Yeah.
Why? Hold on.
Wait, what?
That is
wait,
knickknacks
wait.
time to shine, you know.
I'm gonna.
All right. Okay.
Knick knack, knick knack, knick
I'm
knack.
just gonna come. I'm barging in now because there's no one in there.
Yep.
It's dark in here.
So I barge in.
I'm going to snap my fingers and summon some fireflies as my dancing lights.
Okay.
I'll look up exactly how it works, but yeah, it's like
It emanates light like a
Yeah.
torch.
So yeah, just we have some lights in here, kind of following us around. Little
Yeah.
fireflies buzzing.
And
Lightning bugs.
so as you enter in,
You're gonna die.
Robin snaps her fingers and light starts to emanate through the room. And as that happens, you get a clearer look of the room. You see these large vats that boiling and hot, like flames are underneath it, and it's causing this liquid to boil and bubble. And you see a person above it stirring very slowly.
Yep.
As the light grows in the room, you can actually see that this person is not alive, and that they are missing parts of their face, and they're just like mindlessly, just repeatedly doing that. As you see that, the door slams behind you.
Oh no, the boss music starts playing.
No.
And as the door slams behind you, there are 4 zombies behind you, and there are countless in the room.
Y'all.
Yo, babe, I think there are people in here.
Yeah.
I would
they're
like to
not
point out,
alive.
I think she was right though. They're not technically people, right? If they're dead, like.
I mean,
Okay,
technically,
wait,
Nick
for
Nack is
everyone
right.
at home, Krug has just said that any person you know who has died is no longer a person.
I
They're not a living person.
Let's think about that. Let's all think about that.
mean, yeah.
All right, so Krug, we're gonna hop over to you.
You don't say.
You
Sure,
enter in,
that's
and the music is loud, and it is going. Everyone is feeling the warmth. Like you can feel everyone just being happy. And as it's going, this large room starts to fill up, and it's like almost as if like more seats were appearing as more people like start to come in because it is full. But here's the key thing: is that when you look around, you notice that there are no seats. Everyone's standing. There's no chairs. There's nothing.
Interesting.
Moss, what are you and Scott doing?
Making out in the corner. What?
Scott takes your hand and says, "Let's head over there."
Whatever you say, Scott.
So, the two of you start to walk. Are you gonna ask him anything, or are you gonna try to?
As we're walking over, I'm gonna be like, "No, Scott. I don't think that I know you that well. Of course, obviously, I think you're amazing, and I want to know you better. But don't you think that you could do better than this?"
I'm happy, and this is the first time that I have felt happy this long.
Well, that is something I'm not familiar with, and I'm very happy for you, I suppose.
You're not familiar with being happy?
Oh, no, of course not.
Okay.
Who's happy?
I mean, I am.
Well,
Right
that's
now, here. More so with you.
with me. I mean, I'm happy with you.
Yes, but before when you first met me, I was searching for happiness. I was constantly chasing it.
But you were already beloved.
Being beloved does not make you happy,
It makes me happy.
and I'm happy for you. But
Well,
that doesn't
perhaps
mean
not. I mean, it fulfills something.
It does. It does. But it doesn't fulfill everything. And I felt that the only way that I could at least somewhat get happy was chasing it with a bottle. And I'm eternally grateful that we met. But you definitely
Really?
did not. Yes. But you definitely did not meet me at the right time.
Well, do you think that now is the right time?
I hope so. If not now, there will always be more time.
I'm very interested, Scott, to see what it is that makes you happy.
Not being called the champion and people knowing me for knowing not just a single action but my day-to-day action, people calling me out when I do something that's wrong or inappropriate or something that's wrong. Sometimes having those boundaries are extremely important.
You want to be told you're bad.
Yes.
I'll
Sometimes.
tell you you're bad, Scott.
Oh my god.
Scott just has this huge smile and he just I want there to be time for the two of us to get to know each other when I'm happy. And that's now. And I would like you to stay here for at least a little while. I mean, because I do feel like there is something. I felt it then, but I wasn't in the right state of mind.
All right. I'm open to such things.
Awesome. Well, let's go have a good night.
Yes.
And so the two of you walk into the tent, or walk towards the tent, and as you get closer, the same thing. You hear singing, you hear stomping, you hear people. You can feel the love and warmth emanating out of this building from every single person from this place. And as you walk in, you hear them starting to cheer, almost as if you were back on stage performing again. They're happy. They don't even know you. They've never even seen you before today, and they're excited and happy to see you there. And they cheer and they sing, and it feels like every person is singing to each other and singing to you.
All right. I will say out of character that Moss is very compelled by this. She still like very much like has the mission in mind.
Mm-hmm.
She knows some shit's going on, but she's like caught up very much in this moment with Scott and this experience. She's not fully won over, but it's definitely helping.
Yeah.
Just some insight out of character.
Roll me a perception to see if you see Moss coming in. It's not high DC.
17.
Yeah, you see Moss come in with Scott, arm in arm with each other. They walk up on stage, and Scott's awkwardly kind of dancing, but he's it looks like he's happy.
So I'm still trying to keep up the appearance that I'm like enjoying myself. I'm assuming that my like escort is still like tailing me.
Yeah, you're
Felicia?
Felicia. Yeah, she's right next to you.
Yeah.
She's like bumping you every once in a
sure
while.
she is, yeah.
She's trying to make sure. She's like, new friends.
Yay.
Like, she's very much just like, yes.
You're exactly what I need right now. So I'm still trying to make sure that she thinks I'm like just super into it, but I am like eyes locked onto Scott and Moss. And if they separate Moss.
You said your perception was a 17?
Yes.
You can also see Brian in the crowd, and Brian is also clapping and moving back and forth and is smiling. He looks more tired now, but he's definitely feeling everyone there.
Yeah.
Back to the three of you.
Yeah, are we rolling initiative or something?
No, hold on. We can talk about this.
No, alive, babe. Do you
There's
know?
almost.
I think so.
So your stealth roll was your initiative, and
Of course it was.
I love it.
and that's why they're able to move before you.
Okay.
If you've never played before, and I'll say this, based off of what actions you were doing at the time will determine what your initiative is. So if you're looking for someone, perception.
Mm-hmm.
If you are trying to sneak around, and then it's a stealth. If it is you're trying to intimidate someone and prove that you're a big bad person, guess what? Intimidation is your initiative. So
And it is left open to where it could be literally any of the skills.
I would say probably not the lore ones.
Probably not, but it could, right?
I would like to roll
In a
initiative
rare
with
instance.
farming lore.
I don't, very rare instances, obviously, but in theory.
In
we're
theory,
doing-
it could. Yeah, I mean, it's not expressly said in the book, but
The most common are like perception and stealth.
Before we can't talk about it anymore, was it fucking stellar getting an architecture lore?
Yeah.
That
Stone
so
cutting.
that good?
In the book, there weren't that many good choices besides architecture because I
Yeah,
already
yeah,
had
yeah.
everything else I needed. So I was like, I guess we'll build
You
this
use
one.
it and we find exactly what we
Yeah.
know. That's like so good.
So they don't attack you. Instead, they just kind of stare and look at you.
Oh, maybe they're nice. Maybe because they don't have, they don't feel good or evil, so they're just.
Have you ever encountered zombos before?
I probably read about them. Have I read about them?
Zombies, they exist. They're commonplace.
Oh, shit.
They were
for-
uncommon for us.
For
but
her, not for you. You guys saw the first one ever,
Yeah.
So do I know if they are always attacky or always neutral? Or?
You know that if they're in the wild, not under control, they just attack and kill things. If someone has control over them, they obey by the commands of that person.
they're gonna attack us any second.
Yeah, and they're not easy to kill either.
But I don't think we can possibly kill all of these.
I agree.
So we need to either leave or hope, or just stand here really quietly and hope they don't notice us. But leaving is probably good.
Have they noticed us?
Oh,
And I-
yeah.
Yeah. They've noticed us for sure.
They're looking right at us, but they're not doing anything.
I'm gonna hold on.
Wait, Zombos know how to slam a door?
Babe,
Yeah, let's leave the door.
I just want to try and just maybe take my shield, which I have been carrying.
Yep.
And just like see if we can get closer to that vat and learn anything about it. Just move slowly, and if they don't move, keep going.
Do you step?
I step.
Like maybe 2 or 3 steps moving towards it, they start to like close in a little bit.
Okay, all right, that's enough. That's good. We should probably go and just like remember this. Zombies don't have memories, right? I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't know. But,
You hear a door opening from behind you.
like the door that we came in.
No, so the door that you came, like I imagine you came in, the door slammed behind you. You turned and saw 4 zombies blocking that door.
Okay.
So further into the room on the other
Gotcha,
side,
cool.
basically, is where the door opens.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Jim walks in, but Jim has got a crown on his head.
Jim, watch out! There's Zombos in here.
I would like to wild shape, shrink, disappear.
Okay.
Shrink down to something very small. So can I roll a stealth or something to try to do that as I hear the door opening, possibly before
Yes.
he sees me? That is a 24.
Okay.
So
you wild shape.
I start just splitting out, shifting, get
Here,
very,
actually,
very
you know what?
small.
Roll me a perception first to
Cool,
see
that's
if
a
you
good
hear
idea.
it.
That is a nat 20.
Okay, yeah.
28.
So you can hear like a key entering the, and you're like, ah, I'm not going anywhere.
Get very, very, very small.
Okay, and so Jim walks in, and you scream out, "Jim, watch out! There's
Jim, watch out! There's Zombos in here, or zombies. I call them Zombos, but they're zombies, and they'll just attack you if you're not careful. Or nice crown. What?
He closes the door behind them, behind him. Both of you roll perception, or all 3 of you roll perception. That was a great roll.
Yeah. Can we? I mean,
Yes,
totally fine.
yes.
Yeah. Another nat 20 on perception. That's all I should do.
11.
Just to look at it.
11.
So 28.
8.
8. Okay. Robin. Actually, I'll say what Remy notices. You notice Jim. Knick-Knack, you notice that Jim's hands are red.
Oh,
Robin,
Macbeth.
you notice that not only you notice that not
Out,
only
tab
is,
spot.
you notice that not only is his hands red, but there is like solid chunks of things on his hands, and he's holding his hands like palm out, and there are flies swarming his hands.
Okay.
Yo,
You're the
bitch.
fly man, sir.
Knowing this, wow, Remy. Not very perceptive.
Yeah, he walks in and looks at the two of you and goes, we have guests that are unwelcome.
Yeah, the Zombos. Am I right?
Yeah, it's like you got roll zombie
He
problem.
snaps his finger, and the zombies, the 4 zombies at the door, start walking closer to you.
I'm gonna start walking closer to Jim.
Jim?
Yeah. No, hold on. That was a weird coincidence. That you snap your fingers, right, Nick?
Oh yeah, they moved.
Then the Zombos moved when you snap your fingers.
That's wild.
What are you doing here?
Well,
I had to go to the bathroom really bad.
yeah, we were looking for a bathroom.
Remy, you feel something climb up your leg.
I feel like this is a great opportunity to test some new products.
Oh, you guys doing stuff here? That's wild. I just thought it was like a zombie like flush place, like
Yeah,
making
Nick-
flush making place.
Yeah, I thought it was like, what's in the vats, by the way?
Yes,
That's what we're making. Do you want to try some?
Kind of smells bad.
Are you making people? Are you making zombies?
Soylent Green.
Are you making juice? Are you making food? Are you making money?
He snaps his other hand, and the
No, stop snapping your fingers.
the zombie that was like stirring turns around and lifts up the stir, and it's like kind of like a large cup at the end, and like starts walking down the stairs closer to you guys.
I'm probably good. Liquids don't really agree with me, Jim. It goes that like I have to have everything like my wife like magics it
My
just
wife.
inside of my stomach. Like it's we should probably get going to the bathroom. We need to find the bathroom.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
You aren't going anywhere.
Hey, why are you super mad at us? I don't know who you are.
You're gonna try some of this.
Oh, you should try it first, maybe.
No.
And I want to throw. I don't think I have killing intent just yet, but I will throw a Tanglefoot back.
Okay.
Towards
him.
Yes.
Excuse me? I'm gonna make you.
Well, I
tingle.
have two. Can I throw
Tangle, not tingle.
Tanglefoot.
You think it was Tanglefoot?
Can I throw two at a time or just one thing at a time?
What?
Can I throw two things at a time or just one thing at a time?
It's one throw per action. So
I have three actions,
You have
right?
3 actions, yeah.
I want to throw two. Okay, so I want to throw one at the zombie and one at Jim.
The zombie with the liquid?
Liquid zombie and Jim, the
Okay.
non-zombie.
I believe they roll a check. Or you
Yes. So if it's a critical hit, they get immobilized. But
can you hit the...
let's see, what is it? Escape DC is 19
Okay, so you roll
to hit.
to hit. Mhm.
Okay. 4, 5. Do you get any other pluses on hitting?
Yeah, it's your dexterity.
Dex. This thing?
The other one.
This one. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've rolled a 7 to hit on the first one.
Which one was that going towards?
Zombie.
Okay. All right.
And
Roll the
then-
next one.
15, 16,
I thought you
17.
just ate a dice.
No.
17 on Jim.
Yes.
All right. So they land at both of their feet and they just kind of stare at it.
Cool.
At their peats.
Hey, if you could both take one step forward, this would work for me. I have one more action.
Well, no, because you throw, you have to grab, and
Oh,
then you
I
have to
see.
throw.
The
So yeah,
grabbing
that's all
is
3 reaction. He looks at it and he goes, "Get them!" And all of the zombies start coming towards you. The two of you, you're on.
Yeah.
Robin is
I'm in
on.
Remy's sleeve. Do you have sleeves?
Can I blow past like can I smash the door behind us down?
So there's 4 zombies between you and that door.
Okay.
You can attempt to roll through.
Just for my own satisfaction out of character, this place that they're in with the zombies, is it like very close to where
Not even
we
close.
are?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not close, and it's so loud that even if that place exploded, you wouldn't hear it.
Okay.
Why would you say that, Jake?
But I
Is
get
it
a
gonna
dance.
explode?
Huh?
I get a dance.
You do.
I mean, I'm on stage, so I'm having a great time. I was just wondering
Yeah, we chilling.
if like
Let's
Safe
see.
path.
Are you gonna try to roll past them?
I'm gonna try rolling past.
All right, so that's a dexterity, or that's an athletics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics,
Are you sure it's not the athletics?
Yes.
You're rolling. Maybe Murray jokes.
15.
So you're able to roll past them and get to the other side of them, but they're going to take a swing at you once you've rolled past them. So you've successfully rolled past them, and they're going to attempt to hit you. Well, let me go ahead and just bring up that bestiary.
I can't raise my shield, huh?
I
No,
think you
I
would
did.
need to have your shield to be able.
Well,
to
I
raise-
have Robin's shield,
Oh, did you give? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
but I did.
Which is
I didn't.
worse than yours.
I did not raise shield though, so
Yeah. All right.
my AC is as it stands.
Oh, first one rolls a nat 1, a natty 1.
Natty.
Okay.
Instant death.
Natty ice.
Yeah, it kills Jim.
Perfect.
The next one gets a 21.
Oh, that hits. Yeah, that got me.
That's good.
It's not a bite, is it? They're not biting me, are they?
It is.
Hey, that happened to me
Make the
once.
zombies.
It sucks.
Y'all, I feel like a shitty friend. I'm up on stage and y'all are getting
If this was
fucked
like
up
a
by
TV show or
zombos.
something, it
Yeah.
would be like hard cutting between your like great time
That's
and us.
exactly what I'm
Yeah,
imagining.
yeah,
Please
this
take
is a
12
fucking
points
sitcom.
of damage.
Woo!
Oh my
many do you
god,
have?
no. That's actually a lot.
That is a lot of it.
And please roll a
Almost half of
fortitude
mine.
saving throw.
Oh,
Please
and your
succeed
healer,
this,
your healer is
succeed
just on
this,
stage.
please.
I can heal.
20 for fortitude save.
Okay, alright.
You feel fine. Then the third one attacks you.
No.
Don't worry, the fourth one can't get to you.
Oh, good.
Does a 17 hit?
No, it doesn't. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. So that is those zombies' turn.
Wow.
The other zombies are just moving closer towards you.
Cool.
The ones that are towards Jim. So there's 4 behind you. There's 4 between
And then
you
4
and Remy and Robin actually, and
Robin's
a
just
door.
on me.
Right.
And then there are a handful of them on the side of Jim. What would you like to do?
So there's two sets of zombies between me and the door.
So there's 4 zombies between you and Robin and Remy who are closest to the door.
Okay.
And then on the other side of you, there is 2.
Got it.
And then Jim.
Okay. I would like to throw bottled lightning because it does splash damage. I don't know how large the splash damage is.
It's everything around it. It's like a one space.
Could I throw it at like 4 zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going for the 4 that are like between us and the door?
Between me and you.
Cool.
All. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So let's see. It's a level 3, so I get +1.
Will that hit me?
No, because they're clumped up.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it's okay.
They're in 4 contiguous
I'm rolling
5
really
foot
bad.
squares,
7,
right? What did we
8,
say?
9. I rolled 9.
No.
You rolled a 9 to hit.
I did real cool. I'm a great alchemist.
It does not hit. It hits the ground and you see it.
Oh my god.
9 feels
You can
like
do it
a
one more
good
time,
number,
right?
though.
Yeah, I use quick
To
alchemy
hit?
one actually, so
Yeah.
that's 2 actions.
Oh.
Your
I can make
is
another.
15.
I have other things
That's
I can
true.
make.
Okay.
I have like 3 more things left though.
So that was your first action.
Cool.
And
Well,
a
that was
second.
quick alchemy, so it wasn't 1 action to make it, or no?
No, it counts as all one
One
action.
thing. Okay, because it's quick. Got it.
Mhm.
I will. Well, that sucked. I will try to.
Knick-knack, whatever you're doing to the floor.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Keep it up. I don't understand it, but
many
it's
dogs
freaking me
bones.
out.
I will try the alchemist fire then.
Okay.
Come here, buddy. Please hit somebody. This one also does have a splash damage too, but it's about being on fire, I guess. How do things in this building seem very
Nice.
flammable?
There are fire in the building, so
Okay, so it won't like explode. All right, so that's 18, 19. That's a 20.
20 hits.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, the bomb deals 2d8 fire damage, 2 persistent fire damage, and 2 splash damage.
She's level 3.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
D8. Okay. So that's 5 plus 8. So that's 13 fire damage, 2 persistent fire damage, and 2 fire splash damage to the group? Question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
So one of them takes the brunt of that damage, and
Got
the
it.
rest of them take the
the
splash
two?
damage.
Okay.
So you see it, and it's like,
This
the-
isn't murder if they're already dead, right? Because I feel a little weird
I
about
haven't had a
this.
turn.
Or regardless,
Correct.
kill
What would you
them.
like to
I want to come up out of Remy's collar. Hi, babe. And I'm just this little chameleon right now. And I want to first roll a stealth to not be seen by like the zombie slash
Okay.
Jim as I pop up around their neck. That is a stealth 19.
Okay.
And then so it's just a hi, babe. And I'm going to spit up a bunch of grease from my lizard tongue.
Okay.
There's nothing that says I can't cast spells when I'm wild shaped, so I can, right?
I believe so.
I looked at pest form
I
and it
don't-
didn't specify I can't.
I don't think so. But
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it now, and if we find out that I'm wrong, I won't do it again.
Okay.
So I'm casting the spell Grease.
That's why this
Um,
is not an educational
Grease.
show.
Don't want to
Um,
stream for that because we ain't gonna pasta look it up.
I target an area of 4. I think the word is contiguous 4 foot squares.
Contiguous.
Is it contiguous? Okay.
Yeah, it's soft.
So I want the 4 zombies that are in our way.
Okay.
They are all gonna make God damn it. A reflex save or an acrobatics check. Against falling prone as I slick the 20 feet of floor with a bunch of grease from my
One of them got
chameleon
a
gullet.
2.
Okay.
The other one got an 18.
18 does it.
Another 18. By the way,
18
those
matches, so-
those 18s are natural 20s.
Oh.
Boo.
And a 16. They have a -2 to their dexterity.
Word. So does the natural 20 make it a...
Yes.
Okay. Then, and what was the last one? 16?
Yes, it was a
Cool.
two natural 20s and a 16.
So the two that critically succeed, they just succeed. Nothing happens to them. The failures, is this Grease? Yes.
Grease lightning.
I think they just fall prone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
And they drop things they're holding, but I don't think they're holding things,
Nope.
are they? Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of words in this spell.
So after you cast that, the two fall, and the other two are still standing there as if nothing has happened. Is that your whole turn? Because
Yep, those 3 actions.
Okay. The Remy, the door opens up, and as the door opens up, the entire doorway is blocked by just. From what you can see, it looks like guts, and it looks like an open rib cage,
Oh, no.
and you just hear this deep guttural as it leans in, and this rotted face is just leaning in, and it's like it only has one arm.
I didn't know we were playing Outbreak Undead.
And it looks in, and it basically blocks the doorway. And it reaches in with its one good hand and is going to try and grab you.
Do we know
I
where
do
these
some
came
sort of
from
save?
yet? We don't know where they came from?
Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that meets.
Oh, well, damage isn't that much. It did minimum damage, which is 6 points of damage.
Oh, no.
And a part of its thing is because it hit you, you are now grabbed.
Oh.
Wait, I think the Grease... Oh, they're not in the Grease area.
Opposite direction, my friend.
Yep.
You gotta
Also,
say,
I was wrong.
Knick-Knack, what would you like to do?
I don't know. I think we're gonna die.
When do I go?
After Knick-Knack.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait, no.
When your health
Knick-Knack-
reaches
You
0.
were before.
No, yeah, it's you.
I
Sorry,
go
thank
right
you.
now. Can I? Do I do a? What is athletics to break out of this?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna
There's also acrobatics too.
athletics.
Yeah.
Unless you want me rolling with a -1, maybe.
Look like some kind of gymnast. That's a good one.
Okay. 25.
A 25 successfully gets you out of their grasp.
So get out of that.
Seems bleak.
Let's think.
Rough choice.
The door is blocked. There's zombos behind me.
There's a door behind Jim as well.
There's a door behind Jim. There's a bunch of vats.
I feel like you're the boss character though. I don't think we can kill him right now.
If I try to run by these zombos again, they're just gonna attack me.
Jimmy, you're so nice to me, you asshole.
Okay. Let's think. Can I shove? I want to shove the
big one?
big one.
Okay, go for it.
The big boy.
You're strong. that might work.
That's also in athletics.
Critical miss.
You did use that hero point, eh?
Wow.
You go to shove him, and your hands go inside of his belly.
I scurry back down the neck.
Oh god.
Do you have a hero point?
No, more, baby.
I used it
It's
to
your
get
turn.
in here.
Aren't you glad we did?
Wow. This
I
is
still have a hero
wow.
Not gonna
I'm
I
gonna
already used mine for
I'm
nothing.
use my bestial mutagen, quick alchemy to make it. I turn into something bestial and I take on muscle mass. But my lumbering form is clumsy.
You just Hulk out.
I
Yep.
Hulk the heck out. So
Dr.
do I just
Knick-Knack
use it, right?
and
I don't have
Mrs. Hyde. Wait, what?
So I get a +2 bonus, and I have like claw and
Yep.
teeth damage now and shit.
Mhm.
Knick-knack mad now. Please don't eat friend through stomach. When I threw the thing earlier, was I able to make a path through the zombies to get to these?
No, they're still there.
Two of them have
But two
fallen.
of them has fallen, but you're still walking through their space, so they can still attack you.
I guess
Even from the ground.
I will try to attack. So I got 2 more actions. The 2 that are still in the way then. So I rolled a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, please, no!
We're crushing it.
3 plus 2 is 5 plus, for,
To hit?
yeah.
No.
Not great. Okay.
No.
Let's do the second
Your
one.
second attack also has a -5, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, then it's a 1. It's a 6. It's a 6 plus 2.
So you literally go, goof, hit the floor.
Plungo.
Jim goes, I'm sick of this.
I mean, we're not drinking this either. Very
And he puts his arms out and he claps his hands. And as he claps his hands, the flies fly from his
Oh
hands.
my god.
And
Beelzebub!
I'm gonna need all 3 of you to roll a fortitude saving throw.
Oh boy, oh boy.
I'm so big mad I'm not here.
Oh my god.
Wait, where's
Will!
Fortitude?
Yeah.
Where's Fortitude?
Well, it's not quite my fortitude. 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I have to roll over this, my Fortitude?
No. You have to add those 2 together.
Oh, nice. 13 plus 9 is a 22.
Yeah, I have a +8 to my fortitude. I rolled a 10 total.
While inside, your hands inside, you fall asleep.
One last thing I want to say though is as I'm going on, I'm like, did she call me her friend?
Oh, Remy, you're so pure!
Your last words were so sweet.
Stop it!
The big zombie that is on the outside grabs. I
rolled a
believe.
12. Do I also pass
Yes.
that? I think I probably shift back then.
Yes, you do.
So yeah, I just I'm probably break the sleeve of your clothes here.
Also, real quick fun fact: you cannot cast spells. You can also not speak. Apparently.
Really? Where is that?
I'll show you
do that
after
after
this
yeah.
The big guy grabs the 2 of you and shoves you in his stomach and starts walking away. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh.
Rude.
Did you also failed, right?
No, I
you
succeeded.
oh,
No,
oh, yeah, okay.
she got a
Just
22.
Gotcha.
It was a 20 to.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
So,
Hey.
thank you so much, everyone, for watching this very polar opposite ended episode.
Yeah.
Tail.
It's not polar opposite to me. I'm
Hey, you guys think Jim's bad?
I never trust
He
him.
was very nice to me.
When Jim was like, you should bring your wagon in here, and I was like, and Jake was like, why are you reacting like that? I'm like, why did you use Jim?
So yes, thank you all so much for watching tonight's episode.
I hope you like
just
their characters.
food.
They're gone now.
I mean, it was just food.
Yeah, but you can't just say it's just food.
Just
Expect me to be like, oh, the GM says it's just food. Jesus.
No, I mean, look, if Arturo hadn't had told Knick-Knack that there was poison, if you would have acted like that, I would have been mad.
Yeah.
But no, you made it makes
You
perfect
sent
sense.
a poison expert.
Yes,
Looking for
exactly.
my poison time.
Yes, why don't we say our goodbyes and remind people of places that they can see us. Krug, why don't you start us off?
Hey, I'm Krug. I was playing Krug Claudel, the human monk. Wait, this is the beginning part. This is the end. I'm supposed to be doing the end. I'm Krug. You can get me at KrugQT on Twitter. Also, if you're interested in stuff like, can you cast spells when you're polymorphed with using any sort of magic, whether druid or otherwise, and like the answer to that kind of question outside of the context of a game, we do a Circle Game Gorgon on YouTube where we talk about that kind of thing in detail.
It's
and,
great.
And we have time to look it up beforehand as opposed to now where we don't because we're in the middle of telling a story, which is the important and fun part of this experience. So that's on YouTube, youtube.com/QueueTimes main is where you can find that.
Boss?
Hello.
Okay,
I am
Knick-Knack.
Molly McIsaac, aka Moss the Magnificent, who's totally not joining a cult because she's smarter than that, okay?
Or Counteroffer.
You're so smart. You join a club.
Love y'all. And you can find me on the internet at Molly McIsaac. That's Isaac with Mick on the front. It's 2 A's, not 2 S's. Don't get that shit twisted. Okay?
Whoa.
I do a lot of stuff, so pay attention.
Awesome. Go for it.
I have been Jonas Newhouse playing Robin Way. There it is. You can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse, where I tweet about my band Glass Beach and all of the other wonderful shows I do here on QueueTimes, as well as a bunch of just other stuff in general.
Also, Jonas is a wonderful person.
I'm a wonderful person. Thank you so much for saying so.
Check out Jonas's Christmas stream on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Where there's a sled that eats rocks.
Yes.
Check out Jonas's friendship, which I am
There's
so
a lot.
lucky to have.
And I tweet about all of these things on the Q, except I haven't tweeted about the Christmas thing yet. I'm on my Twitter there. I will not be here next week on either this show or Hijinks and Handlebars, but I will be here again the week after.
I thought you weren't going to be here because your character's dead now.
Well, yes.
No, because
I mean, technically,
I will
they
be
are
returning in 2 weeks
inside
as
the
Nona.
stomach of a zombie.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is like as close as you could
being
get.
disintegrated. I'll be returning as Nona Widesteel in a couple of weeks. I'll be a barbarian, so at Jonas Newhouse.
I've been William. I've been playing Remy Ashwillow.
That's Markle.
This is Markle, my dog.
Yeah, this is their dog. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at kwilliamwhite. Jonas already said I'm not going to be here next week, but I normally will be. So look out for me. It's going to be a sad time with Remy and Robin being incapacitated. I do have a quick question though. Did I take anybody's full health and damage today?
How much did you take total?
So I took I can't do math right now. Hold on.
You took
I took 18.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
18 total?
I would have been dead.
No,
I have 12.
But
12 hit points.
What?
you don't have your level 2 hit points.
You don't. You
What
haven't
is my
leveled.
level 2?
We will. We
We'll
We'll talk about that
Later.
Okay, cool.
Never mind.
That's all I have to say. Check out Glass Beach, please.
I sound like a noob.
Last Beach Band.
Glass Beach Band.
My name is Michelle Lynn Bradley. I just listened to their music last week after they told me about their stuff, and I really liked it. You guys should listen to it. What do I do? Internet handles down below. There it is. I am Tree Bunny. I mostly post pictures on Instagram of like anime shit in Japan and like it's kind of like Weeb Central. So check that out. I also have my podcast, Senpai Buddies. You can find that at senpaibuddies.com. New episodes every Thursday about jokey joke shit. So, actually, tomorrow's episode is episode 69. It's our sexy episode. It's very dumb.
You were talking about the boss.
Also, I'm definitely going to be at the Glass Beach concert, so if y'all want to do like a Court of Corvids, hang out, we're just going to be there.
Yeah, if you're in LA, it's at the Echo on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Show starts at 6 p.m.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll wear elf ears. Some more recognizable.
I'm Jacob. I have been the GM of this. You can find me on Twitter at IndigoQT. As Krug had mentioned, you can see our show Game Gorgon. God, that door keeps killing me.
Yeah, if you're wondering what is constantly distracting us, the door is just making sounds.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
Anyways, if you, I'm actually going to be guesting on a bunch of shows that are coming up. I can't talk about them just yet, but I can talk about one. I'm going to be on DC by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade show that is on a different channel. That's on McStabby. I can't remember the last.
You'll tweet about it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tweet about it right before it happens. So I'm going to be on that. There's also a show here that I'm going to be on for a couple weeks as a guest star. And if you want people on your stream, contact all of these people. Everyone wants to do more things. So that being said, good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.